Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of the Pulse Podcast. I'm your host, Big Mike. We are here in the building, back to recap another wild week in sports. You know I cannot do this alone. We're running a three-man weave tonight. Of course, I've got the Mad Producer Podcast Poppy in the building.
We're here.
And I've got my man who has been on a Houston Texans slander run for a little while now, and he's living life.
He tried, I don't know, on Monday or yesterday, he tried to be like, Dylan, I think I kind of see where you're coming from.
Maybe I've been a little too tough on him. Anthony is in the building.
How to do? Another glorious day. Another glorious night. CJ Stroud is awful. And One Nation. Even though we didn't win this one, but One Nation.
I thought it was just another day in the office, Dylan. I thought it was just another day.
I don't know.
Well, we were a little late to the office.
Shout out to One Nation. Shout out to One Nation. Geno, who needs a punter when you got Geno Smith?
Hashtag give Jency the ball, man.
That really is the hashtag.
No excuse for the amount of carries he got.
Who would have thought Joe Biden would stop running the football at any point of him being a fucking head coach? He ran the football as a head coach at USC. Ran the football as a head coach at Seattle. Doesn't run the football here,
except in the Super Bowl.
No, on that one play in the Super Bowl, because they ran the fuck out of the football in that Super Bowl. But I'm actually shocked Joe Biden doesn't run the football with Ashton Genty enough. But his brain's leaking out of his ear. It was just his birthday. Happy birthday, Sleepy Joe. Broke his own record for being oldest head coach in football. He will continue to do so every year he's a coach.
Until he retires.
Until he decides to retire.
Came in and told Andy Reid, "Hold my beer, sir."
He didn't say hold my beer. He said, "Give me all of your beers."
So we had some interesting games this week. The biggest game on the docket, maybe not the best game, but biggest game, was Eagles Chiefs rematch of the massacre at the Super Bowl. And let me tell you, if you thought the Super Bowl was a fluke, the Eagles were here to tell you, no, sir.
I could say it was a fluke in the sense where the Chiefs didn't get blown the fuck out this time. It was a competitive football game. Like, it was absolutely a competitive football game. But, man, I'm fully on board with, I really think after this year, the tush push is getting banned. It's absolutely
banned.
The narrative.
They only needed like two more votes. And two of the 5 teams that voted against him, they're playing this year.
Yeah.
So the fact that this past Sunday was the first time I've actually seen them call an offensive offsides on the tush push when it's there every fucking play. Literally every play, you have an offsides by the offense.
It's not everything.
Mike, they literally are not aligned every single time. The center is always over the football. That's offsides. He can't be over the football.
It's not every single time. It's not every single time.
Absolutely every time. They just don't call it.
Overreaction. Because
I was saying this last year. I was saying the same thing last year.
They were just off with it. Yes, they were abusing it. They were abusing that on Sunday. But
if you're gonna abuse it like that, like their biggest mistake is that they abused it. If they would have just continued to use the best running back in football, those short yardage situations are fine. Like, you could do it every once in a while. They use it so fucking much where it's really not like, didn't they run it like a few times in a row?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, bye, Anthony. They ran it a few times in a row, and at that point, it's just like, we're not even playing football at this point. When you run it like in succession like that, that's not football.
Short and then like 3rd and 1 or 3rd and 2, and then 4th and inches. Like
that's crazy.
Why?
Like that's fucking crazy.
Stop it! Like
listen. I'm not
stop
saying to ban it because it is an unstoppable play. It is not an unstoppable play. You can absolutely do it.
We know it's a stoppable play because other teams.
Tampa stops it all the time. Tampa stops it consistently
all the time.
Right?
Philly, you can't stop Philly.
No, you can, because Tampa is the team that stops it the best. Because they have 6'1", 420-pound Vita Vea in there who literally holds the center up by his face to do it. So, the problem is, if you're going to run it that way, every once in a while you could get away with it, but you really have to look at the formation on it because the offense, 2 things, almost always offsides, and 2, the offensive line isn't aligned correctly as well. So it's always an illegal formation as well. So I don't understand it, but the teams that have to continuously go up against that when the center is over it, and in that Philly game, they lined up. There was one side where the Chiefs were clearly over, but then there was 2 of the 3 that they ran in that where it was clearly offsides on the offense and it didn't get called. So you toss up, right? You could do the holdings on every play thing, but this is not holding. This is actually offsides. You have to call that. And the teams that are going to vote again, they're not going to get the help. Granted, the Jets are probably still going to be one of the teams that say fucking keep it because we stopped it when we played you guys. Because the best way to stop it is to not put yourself in the 3rd and short situations.
It's only getting banned because they can't stop it.
If that tush push gets banned, Mike, Philly's in trouble.
They're not.
Philly's in trouble.
I don't think they're in trouble.
Philly's in trouble because when's the last time they ran short yardage plays on 3rd and 1?
How do you know they can't?
Because they haven't had to do it in, I don't know.
But when you have Saquon Barkley, I don't think it's that hard to implement it.
Clearly, it is if they're not using Saquon Barkley in those short.
Why would you use it?
You have a play
you have an automatic play.
Imagine you have an automatic play that only gets you one, that gets you 1 or 2. When you have Saquon Barkley, who could take that 1 and 2 and turn it to 25 plus.
Yeah, that's not guaranteed.
I mean, the tush push isn't a 100% play.
No, but
and they're close to it. So it's a lot.
So, I don't know. This is going to end up being the last year. We were very close to having a ban this year, and I think that's gonna end this time. Did you know Pat Mahomes leads the NFL at quarterbacks for rushing yards?
Yes,
Pat Mahomes.
Who's he going to throw to?
Pat Mahomes being the best dual threat quarterback in football, while also running over a dude every week at this point. The fact that he dropped the shoulder again on Sunday was I can't believe this is who we're turning into right now. It's beautiful to see because apparently Travis Kelce's absolutely still washed after not being able to pull in that pass. That's a man who's ready to retire.
Yeah, there was a couple swings in that game where it's all right, the Chiefs could have easily won this game by at least 10 points, and it's just the Travis Kelce drop. I think Mahomes fumbled the ball, had a bad fumble. And again, it was just some key points in the game where it's the Chiefs messed up bad.
They truly needed Rashee Rice and or Xavier Worthy real bad.
Yeah, I mean they just need
the fact that game
was that close. Every year. Their receivers explode every year.
This is true.
Or get in trouble.
That they were that close without wide receiver 1 and wide receiver 2. And Travis Kelce playing as fucking bad as he was playing.
As he could possibly. That's why, honestly, I don't care about Lamar versus Allen or all that shit. I'm still going to sit here and say Pat Mahomes is the best QB in the game.
Absolutely.
I don't think anyone would argue.
No, there's a narrative that
there are people
right now that Josh Allen is the best quarterback in football. And I'm like,
not for me.
I understand it. I get where you're coming from, and it's hard to deny when a guy like that is just so fucking good. But you can't say that while Pat Mahomes is still living, doing what Pat Mahomes is doing. Like, every week with Pat Mahomes, it's something different where you're just like,
man, Pat's
he's
good.
just so fucking good. He's just so
Pat's
fucking good. With everybody failing him every minute of this fucking game, he's still doing something where it's like, Jesus. And for me, it was that him running over the safety going into the first down on third down. I was like, yo, if we're just adding that to our game now, fuck it. Go ahead, Pat. We're in our Cam Newton era.
Which is crazy. I mean, Pat's a big boy.
He's a big dude.
He's bigger than people think he is. But like,
and happy birthday to Pat Mahomes. It is his birthday today as well.
yes, I would say happy birthday to Pat. He is the GOAT of this era, this generation.
I mean, when's the last time we've seen a quarterback do so much with so little? He has two wide receivers. He has wide receiver 1 and 2 who are both out. And we're gonna be honest, his wide receiver 1 would be a wide receiver 2 on a good amount of teams.
With so little.
And then you have a tight end who's just, I don't even know what to say at this point. He just seems out of it. His best weapon is Fortnite right now.
I know this is gonna sound crazy. I would actually say Lamar a couple years ago. Like,
yeah, but he was still not as good as this. Because if we can't do the Lamar is the Josh Allen's the best quarterback in football thing, we can't do the with as little help. Because even when like Lamar a few years ago when he won his first MVP, Mark Andrews was a top 3 tight end in football.
Yeah,
I mean,
Pat doesn't have that right now.
Right
Travis
now,
Kelce sucks. Quite frankly, he's washed.
he did okay. He did okay first game. He had like four catches, 60 yards.
Yeah, but I don't
touchdown.
expect Travis Kelce to have more than like 600 yards receiving this year. Like, we're at that point of his career where we're in the twilight. This is his last year. He's not a top 3 tight end. He might be top 5 by default because the position itself is top heavy and then nothing else.
He's not top 5.
Because what we got Bowers, we got
Kittle.
We got Kittle. We have
McBride.
Hawkinson is so like good, but he never like gets the targets for me to be like, yeah, he's better than Travis Kelce.
Yeah, but I'd rather have him than Kelce right now.
Oh yeah, well yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like
but like
Trey McBride.
You could probably
McBride.
Yeah, no, he's not top 5. Never mind.
He's not top 5.
Gone top 10 by default.
Top 10, maybe we could argue the top 10.
I mean,
he's definitely top 10.
There's no argument. After like you get to like 6 at tight end, it's kind of just like a mishmash of guys who kind of stink.
I would even say a homeboy from the Colts. I'd rather have him than Kelce right now. Tyler Warren.
I wouldn't. Tyler Warren hasn't done anything. Mike, tight ends
there's only 3 good ones, and that's
it. For fantasy football, there's really only
Tyler Warren's pretty good.
No, I'm talking about.
I know
the position's top heavy. After you hit like 7, everybody else is kind of on the same tier.
No, he's right. I mean, you think about it, he is kind of right. Because after 7, who else are we talking about?
And then at that point, are they really that much better than each other?
Because you look at Dalton Kincaid and Dallas Goedert, they're all kind of like the same at that point. Like,
well, it's just like, okay, cool, we got Trey McBride and we got what's his face from the Ravens. Everybody else below them is kind of like, yeah, they're there.
Like, okay, so we have. Oh well, it might be. I don't know what this site is that I pulled up, Fantasy Pros, but
they're probably looking at fantasy tight ends.
But I'm not doing this off.
Yeah, but you're just using it for the names.
So right now, I would say I don't know if I would give you the Colts tight end, but he's right there.
He's right there, but he's his career. Like, I can't do anything with that.
Bowers, McBride, Laporta, I would take Kincaid from Buffalo over him.
Kincaid is one of those average ones to me. Like he's not.
Yeah, he's super average. Like
he's not in that. He's not in the top 10. He's
I'm still taking Kelsey over him.
Kittle. I would still take my man from Dallas right now. I would take him over Kelsey. Ferguson.
I would take Freiermuth over Kelsey.
I would take
Ferguson's
right
also
now.
another one of those like average ones.
I don't think.
I don't think Ferguson's that good. I think he's a dagger.
He's tearing the Eagles up. I know that.
The Eagles secondary sucks.
That can't be your answer for everything. Whenever we refute with something or somebody, your answer is always, "Well, they suck." That can't be the answer.
Mike, what
everything.
is the weakness of the Eagles' defense?
They don't.
Don't say they don't have one.
The weakest point would be
their secondary.
The secondary, even though their corners they're pretty good.
Quinyon Mitchell has not had a good start to the season. Cooper DeJean has played well. Reed Blankenship and those guys back there have gotten cooked in the last 2 weeks.
By who? Kansas City was not cooking them. Dallas.
You didn't see Reed Shepard get cooked?
One play, Dylan, like we can't just.
Eagles secondary does not suck. Come on.
Eagles secondary absolutely sucks right now. Absolutely sucks right now. That's the weakness. I
think sucks. I think they're underperforming right now, but I wouldn't say sucks. That's a stretch.
Right now they suck. They have one defensive back that's actually performing right now. It's Cooper DeJean.
It's 2 games, and the first game they weren't that bad. Like,
no, they were bad the first game. They switched everybody onto CeeDee Lamb, and everybody.
No, I'm talking about the Chiefs. No, not the Chiefs. Not
They
Dallas.
were not getting cooked.
Yeah, they weren't bad.
They were not getting cooked at all against Kansas City.
I'm taking Tucker Kraft over Kelsey too.
Tucker Kraft is another one of those average ones. I'm like, okay.
He got potential, man. He did not look average on Thursday, too.
Against Washington?
Mm-hmm.
You're going to say they secondary snake.
Washington's
Mike and I were watching that game. We're like, man, Marshawn Lattimore doesn't know how to play fucking football anymore.
He was getting cooked.
Marshawn Lattimore got cooked.
I mean, he has to get acclimated, man. He's been injured, man.
But no, the Commanders' defense also really isn't good. So it's like they're old. The Commanders' defense is old. Benjamin St. Juste sucks. Marshall Lattimore doesn't know how to play football anymore. And can you name me a safety they have?
I was about to say.
Name me 3 players on that team. Name me 2 players on the team not named Bobby Wagner or Von Miller.
On the defense?
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah,
and those guys are 35.
Shout out to Bobby Wagner because
Bobby Wagner is still great.
He's still
doing it.
Still great. Von Miller.
He old.
The tires are bare.
The tread on the tires
gone. If he's driving in the rain, tough time.
Yeah, but I think going back to Kelsey, it's like we got to put a little more context to it. Like watch Travis Kelsey is still better than a lot of tight ends in this league.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
Yeah, he is, but by how much?
I'm not gonna say a lot, but he's still a step above.
No, it's at this point. This is his farewell tour. He's on the twilight of his career. He's not going to play next year. His career's over.
Nah, he's so done.
He's cooked. I thought he would have been done last year because he's put up like 3 years in a row, 3 of his worst career years.
If they would have won the Super Bowl, I think he would have retired.
Yeah. And last year was absolutely the worst year of his career.
It's funny enough, he's gone regardless. Even if naturally the Chiefs were to just like make a run and win the Super Bowl, I still think he retires. I think that'll be his swan song.
Playoffs, he retires. If they win a playoff,
they win the Super Bowl,
he retires. No matter what, he's done.
He's just done after the season.
Family
I
time.
think it depends on how the season ends. Like if they win the Super Bowl, he's retiring.
I think physically
if they
he's done.
miss the playoffs,
He's definitely retired.
he might retire. If they get to the playoffs and lose like a crazy heartbreaker where they feel like they beat themselves, they might be able to talk him into running it back one more time.
But that's if he plays well. But that's if he's like if he's part of the reason why the Chiefs are winning and they come close and all that, and he realizes, hey, I still got a lot of juice in this thing, I think he might come back. That's the only circumstance where I can see him coming back.
I don't know. I think it's time for him to start his family. Not me, but I think he thinks that. Especially because his brother's done and got his, but Jason retired at the top of the game. He retired as the best center in football. Yeah, but he also can't walk. Like he doesn't have joints. He is as stiff as anything. He had to get out, but he also went out as the best in his position. Good thing we didn't put money on that, Mike.
The picks are in. We will circle back to that later, but the picks are in.
Thank God.
Let's move on.
It's an hour later, but we got it.
Hey,
right away.
Good thing this isn't a live episode. It's cool. So this game was, I would have bet that this game would not have been one of the three we talk about.
Oh, me either. I thought this was going to be a blowout.
And I'm sure that the NFL and Fox thought so also, because this game is usually always on prime time. The first meeting is always on prime time. And they decided not to put Cowboys and Giants on prime time. So the Cowboys and Giants said, let me give you the best game of the season.
I still think Ravens and Bills still might be nothing.
Let me tell you, the air was let out. The air was let out of the balloon. I had to. It's a wrestling. If you're a wrestling fan, you know what it's like when you have that great match, and then there's still other matches, and you need a minute to like
catch your breath. Because that Cowboys game was the last 5 minutes of that Cowboys game was
insane.
Like I was just kind of watching the Eagles and Chiefs. There was nothing. There was no emotion. I was just like, oh, what is this? Y'all running the ball?
Get these peasants off the field.
What is this?
I want to watch Russell Wilson and Rain Dakota Prescott
out here throwing BBs at each other. Like, my goodness. And the Giants should have won that game. The Giants are definitely kicking themselves because they should have won the game.
They should have.
They should have won the game multiple times because, one, they were winning all game. All game the Giants were winning.
The Cam Scatterboo prophecy, Mike, is coming to fruition.
We'll see.
What prophecy?
That he will be running back one. He will be RB1.
He's going to be the starter.
He gets closer and closer. He keeps having games like he's having.
Let me see. Did you put a week on it?
I don't think I put it in the prediction, but when I drafted him, I said by like week 5 or 6.
You drafted him? Oh.
Yeah. I was like, by week 5 or 6, he's going to be like the starting running back for the Giants. Because that boy, I don't care about how talented anybody is when it comes to like this one stat I'm gonna name. And that stat is fucking dog. Fucking Cam Scatterboo is all dog. Don't give a shit about his talent at running back or anything. Nothing but dog is in that guy.
And I mean, he comes in and he's an energy guy.
That's all he shows you.
I love
he's Braun Breaker.
Yes, that's exactly
He's Ron
who he is.
Breaker.
That's exactly who he is. 'Cause I was gonna say I love his irrational confidence because he legit thinks he's Jim Brown. Like he just thinks, give me the ball and I'm gonna run everybody over. And like
then he does.
he runs over the first guy and then everyone else tackles him. And then it's like, no.
That guy is there just to slow him down.
You did all of that to get 3 yards. Sit down. But
he will be quarterback one. I mean, running back one. The prophecy is we're seeing it live.
This game had everything you wanted. Bombs, a comeback, unbelievable game-tying, overtime sending kick that even when they set it up, I was still stunned that the Cowboys were even doing it. Because didn't they run the ball to kind of place it for him for that?
Yeah.
I was like, y'all are crazy.
Because Brandon Aubrey is probably the best long-range kicker in
the
football,
game,
right? When they got to overtime and they're like, oh, it's a 47-yard kick, I was like, oh, I'm actually nervous for this one because it's too close. It's too fucking close for Brandon Aubrey because he will miss those. He will miss anything inside 55. Outside of 55, he's like 85%.
Which is wild.
Like that boy could kick. And man, can we talk about George Pickens?
Yeah.
I love George Pickens.
Do you now? Because
crazy. I never know what the fuck I'm going to get from him.
It's crazy.
Right? Do you know what you're going to get out of George Pickens?
Nope.
None. Absolutely not. He is the perfect chaos at the wide receiver position because he's either going to get every pass interference call or he's going to be the pass interference and then there's going to be a fight. But he's also like the James Harden at wide receiver where he's very good at manipulating the defensive back to pull them in to get to manipulate the arms to draw those pass interferences. And he got like 2 of them in the fourth quarter where I was like, he's really pulling that dude into him to get that.
But
that's
I also
talent.
It's not talent, but
that's talent.
I said this before the season. This is the reason why before the Micah Parsons trade, why I thought the Cowboys could make the playoffs was I was like George Pickens as the 2 is nasty because you got to double team him as a 1. You're not going to double team him as a 2 with CeeDee over there.
He also like might be like the best like one-on-one like that ball right there receiver in football too.
We would have to have a conversation.
We really have to
like I would still
if we reviewed the tape
Justin Jefferson.
If we review the tape, the catch over George Pickens' career, the catch
he's got some unbelievable catches.
Like one-handed, one-on-one, no matter what. That 50-50 ball seems like an 80-20 ball. When it's George Pickens. But at the same time, he's so fucking dumb. He's so fucking dumb.
I can tell talking to him would just infuriate me because I don't know that man at all, but I know that man. I know that man. And I just know he's on your team and everything's going great. He's the best teammate.
Oh, yep.
You love him. When things are going bad,
he's definitely not helping.
No.
He's definitely fighting somebody.
He's the guy that when you see him breaking up the fight, you're like, what?
You know what's going to be fun? That Cowboys Commanders game.
Oh, because you know him and Marshawn are going to fight.
And 2 guys who really ain't trying to play football.
And because Marshawn is not the 1 CB anymore, he's going to be on.
I don't think Washington has one.
But they're not going to put him on. Well, you know what?
They might try it.
They might put him on CD.
No matter what, he's still the best corner on that team.
Well, I mean, he's like what would be frustrating about Lattimore is physically he's still there. Like he's not
losing
as
his
fast
step.
as he's not as fast.
He's
as
definitely lost a step, but mentally,
but he's still strong.
Yes,
he's still strong, and he's still very cagey. So,
but mentally.
Well,
fragile.
I mean, that's part of his game anyway. That's a part of his game. That's a part of his game, and that's his greatest weakness.
And it only happens because of Mike Evans. Mike Evans created that.
And now everyone does it.
And now everybody is Mike Evans to him. I think he has PTSD. But he owned Mike Evans for like 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
Owned him.
And then once he finally got beat, he couldn't take it.
Nah.
I don't know. They might rotate. I mean, they got to do it by committee anyway. So he'll be on CD. He'll be on Pickens. If he's having a good day, I don't want to disrespect him, even though he was getting cooked. If he's feeling good, I would be very confident putting it, especially if he's feeling good and he's getting in that receiver's head. I have no problem because if you let him get inside your head, you in for a long day.
You are, but you know who's really not in for a long day? George Pickens, because he's gonna fight you, get taken out of the game, and he's not gonna be in that game anymore.
Like I would be willing to bet that one of them would have a personal foul against the other one.
Oh, over under 2.5.
It's not a bad bet. It's not a bad bet. It's not a bad bet. Keep that on the docket for our
for our future Monday night parlay shenanigans.
Oh, I mean that's not one of the games that let's finish this Cowboys game so we can because we have to have this conversation on air because we had a group. I don't want to say a great discussion because we were just arguing and yelling at each other, but Russ's play in overtime sparked a very intense conversation in the chat.
I wonder why.
I mean, Russ was cooking.
Not in overtime.
Everybody was getting fed. Everybody was getting fed.
Not in overtime.
All entrees.
Not
even sides too. Man was cooking
in overtime,
and this guy just could not help his head.
In overtime,
disgusting, absolutely disgusting.
Was he cooking in overtime?
How about you acknowledge him first, then we'll talk about overtime.
I said he played.
No, you did.
Game. Yes, I did.
Well, say again.
Russ played a great regulation game.
Okay.
His overtime was fucking horrendous.
No, I agree with you, Dylan, on that. I disagree with the whole he's the reason the Giants lost. That's where I don't.
The reason the Giants lost.
I don't agree with that.
It's not like the defense didn't hold up their end of the bargain in overtime because they did. They made the couple stops they needed, and then the offense didn't score. They didn't. They got 2 first downs on that first drive, fumbled, didn't complete a pass. Gave the ball back, got the ball back. Russ throws this horrendous fucking deep ball in double coverage for the interception, taking the opportunity away. And then again, didn't score. Especially after you're coming off of the fourth quarter where you came in there and you threw, 2 touchdowns in fucking... or scored, I think, 3 times in like their last 3 possessions, and then that fucking beautiful moon ball to Malik Neighbors.
That was fucking gorgeous.
That was a beautiful play.
One thing you can always expect from Russ is a beautiful moon ball. And then
he tried to do the same thing in overtime, and then man, it was not a beautiful moon ball. It was horrendous. It was horrendous. So it's like if Russ's play in overtime significantly declined. Again, he threw those 2 outs to Neighbors on the left side for first downs and then just disintegrated. If those plays don't happen, they probably go down and score. Because Dallas's defense fucking sucks. Because we saw in that entire game what happens when Russell Wilson gets protection. Right?
Touchdown. Russ cooked.
Russ cooked. How often do we think that's going to happen going forward? Do we think that's going to happen?
It's the $1 million question. I don't think.
No, it's not a $1 million question.
But you gotta give the Giants some credit. This can't be just Cowboys just stink. Like
I give the Giants credit for going out there and playing the way they did. They played to their strengths. They made it happen, right? It's the same thing I said to you yesterday about the Chargers and the Patriots. You're not going to play the Patriots every week. You are, especially you in your situation, you're going to be playing teams more like the Chargers than you will the Patriots. The Giants are not going to be playing the Cowboys every week.
No.
The Giants are going to be playing teams that gave them fits, like the Commanders, more often than they will play teams like the fucking Cowboys.
But even with the Commanders, how much of that do you attribute to it just being week one and then getting settled in? Because there is such thing as week one rust.
When it comes to that Giant offensive line where they really did an upgrade, that doesn't apply to a bad offensive line that is known to be a bad offensive line.
No, like the one thing I will give you is, again, Cowboys are just non-existent in the pass rush. Like that does matter. That does matter at the end of the day. Yes, the Giants won't have that luxury. Probably, I have to check the schedule again. Probably with the majority of the teams on the schedule. So yes, I see where you're coming from with that.
Because the Giants have the Chiefs next week. That's not happening. That's not fucking happening.
No. Chris Jones is going to give them nightmares.
Chris Jones and George Karlaftis are going to be putting Russ in hell, right? And then they have the Chargers the following week. Bud Dupree and the fucking dude from UCLA are going to be putting them in fucking hell.
Hell.
And then who do they have? The Saints. They will be fine against the Saints.
Will they? I
wouldn't say that.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that.
Cam Jordan was giving them hell on Sunday.
Compared to the two teams that I just said, they will be in a better shape against the Saints than they will be the last two teams. But then they have the Eagles right after that.
Hell.
They do have to go. They have to go to Denver too as well.
Hell.
And then who do they play after that? The Broncos. Yeah, so they're in the same situation where they're playing the 5 out of their 6 games. They're playing teams more like the Commanders than they are the Cowboys.
I see where you're coming from.
With the exception of the Saints, they might be playing the 5 best defenses in football.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They're not going to – and the schedule is not easy. Their entire schedule is not easy.
Yeah, their schedule is brutal.
A little bit in the second half, but it's not really.
Does it?
Not really.
And the Cowboys defense is going to probably give up like 40 points a game.
Until that's the way that's looking.
And granted, they didn't have Deron Bland out there on the opposite side of Diggs. But, like, if you can't get a pass rush, that shit don't matter.
Nope.
And they can't give a pass rush. They can't do anything. On that Giant offensive line, come on. Like, that's an offensive line you're supposed to eat. And they couldn't.
They did get pressure.
This is going to be a long season for the
shit out of them.
Ooh. They got Chiefs, Chargers.
I give credit to where credit's due, where Russ played great in regulation. Overtime, he was fucking horrendous. But the defense did their job until they had to keep going out there. It's just going to happen. It's just going to happen. And, like, kudos to Dak. Dak in that last drive into regulation, too, did his fucking thing. Did his thing. But then the division games are also fucking weird. So no matter how bad you are, unless you're the Jets facing the Bills, you're probably going to be competitive in the division games.
Because Buffalo just
dog walked. The last 2 times we played Buffalo has been just god awful.
Like, I had all this hope, and because I'm at work, so I can't really watch the games. I'm just getting the highlights and NFL Red Zone and shit. And then I'm checking the score. I'm like, yo, it's 20-3. Like, I made a sale, and it was 20-3. Like, I was like, what the fuck? And then I made another sale. Come back to the phone, it was 30-3. I'm like, this is fucking ridiculous. Like, I'm like, what is going on? Like, what the fuck is going on? And it's not even Josh Allen. It's just fucking. They're just running you guys off the field. Like,
yep.
But,
Yeah,
it was ugly.
It was awful. Every bit of that game was fucking awful. But again, it doesn't shock me that Aaron Glenn's defense fucking stinks. It doesn't shock me that.
But he's supposed to be some defensive guru.
Who said that? Who said that? Mike, how long have I been saying that the Detroit Lions defense fucking stinks?
Mm-hmm.
For years, the Detroit Lions defense was fucking bad. And then they finally had a year last year where they weren't in the 20s. And I think they finished like 19. Like
they were significantly better last year, and then the entire
defense blew up.
And then the fact that he kept them like competitive with literally the equivalent of G League players out there is remarkable. And he deserves a lot of credit for that.
Is a good leader. And I think that's the most invaluable thing that he brings me as the Jets head coach is I don't think he's this great football mind, but he's a dude that people respect.
Which means...
And he will demand it. And I love that about him.
Which means, and I agree with you, which means, like Mike Tomlin, he has to get his assistant coaches right. Mike Tomlin has been really good at his assistant coaches up until a few years ago. It all went off the rails once he hired...
Matt Canada.
That was bad. No, I was gonna say
and then homeboy from the Browns, the offensive coordinator, Ken Dorsey.
That wasn't as bad, but that was bad.
That was bad because him and Ben hated each other.
The one that Ben hated.
It was
he was a head coach. No, he was a head coach, and then he came to Pittsburgh after he got fired.
He was the old Chiefs head coach.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't remember his name. Yeah.
That's when it went.
And then they went on a streak of bad coordinators.
And then he hasn't gotten it right since. So, because like Mike Tomlin is a really good coach. I think he's mature. Mike Tomlin is still honestly a top 5 coach in the league. Like his teams are always prepared. These first 2 weeks. Would you not say these first 2 weeks are an anomaly? Like, we've never seen a Mike Tomlin team defense play like this. Ever.
I think defensively it's an anomaly. Offensively,
they've been sliding for the because they have not had a good day.
It's on par.
A, they haven't had a quarterback, and then B, they haven't had a good coordinator. Now,
have a quarterback.
I disagree with you there. I think this is very similar to the Brady thing, is where Aaron is trying to be the good soldier. I'm just going to do what you guys say, even though I don't think it's going to work. And I'm just here for the ride. And then at some point, Aaron is going to get tired of this. The key is
he already is.
The key is going to be how much is left in the tank. Brady still had enough in the tank where he could elevate the rest. I don't know how much Aaron.
They also played football so differently, where a lot of Brady played primarily under center. And they ran off
and dunk and
play action and dink and dunk. Roger, a lot of Rodgers, most of Rodgers really depends on him being able to get out and throw off platform, because last year running the offense the way he wanted to run, he proved that he can't run the offense like in structure, right? A lot of what they're doing in Pittsburgh right now, they have, I think, one of the lowest like EPA in attempts passing in football. Most of their shit is behind the line of scrimmage by design. When you really see Rodgers throwing the football down the field outside of like that Jet game where like dudes were wide open, he made the throw. He did not look good throwing the football against Seattle.
I mean, the touchdown pass to DK was a good fucking pass.
It was, but that's every other pass.
That was a good pass.
And he's already started the, hey, I'm blaming the receivers for my interceptions thing, where he threw Calvin Austin under the bus.
That was his fault.
I wasn't saying Dylan. I don't know. I think Aaron might have been right on that, though.
But again,
that was absolutely his fault.
I think he
Aaron does
right,
this
though.
all the fucking time.
He does. He does.
Yeah, that was his fault.
And right now, it's endearing. Right now, it's endearing. But when he's doing this in 6 weeks and it's the same shit, will it be endearing still?
I don't. That's a good question. But I will say, I do think when he was yelling at Austin, I do think that was his fault.
It's only bad when he's not winning.
I don't think that was Aaron's fault.
He doesn't win. When's the last time he's really won?
No, but I'm saying it's only bad when he's not winning.
You act like it
Mike,
was 2010. Like
dude,
it was 3 years.
Mike,
He won
4
the
years
MVP
ago.
4 years ago.
Or actually longer than that. This is 5 years removed from that.
5 years.
5 years removed from that. That's the last
Well,
time
you
they
can't
had a
count the
winning
year
record.
that you can't count the year he tore his Achilles.
Yes, you can, because he didn't win that year. We won that game.
Okay.
Not because of him. He didn't complete a pass that
I
game.
would say Anthony Lee. Once we're on that turn, yeah, forget it. Never mind. Never mind.
It's the year he didn't win. Did he play? No, but he didn't win.
You're technically
But
right.
granted, the last interception he threw was terrible. But the dude on the punt return,
Yeah, that
was
idiot.
horrendous.
And we're
Horrendous.
doing all of this talking about Aaron and stuff. If that play doesn't happen, it's a one-score game. It's a completely different game. That play, and it's you got to be professional. You got to be better. But that play broke them. They was done because that was as dumb as a play. I knew it.
That
As
bailed
soon
out
as I
Seattle
saw-
because Darnold really wasn't playing great either.
wasn't playing good either. Like they were getting
He
yards,
was.
but they wasn't.
Pumpkin
They were-
watch.
They were getting yards, but they wasn't scoring like that. Like
Pumpkin watch.
yes, pumpkin watch.
We still saw good Darnold. We still saw some good Darnold.
Oh,
I think you're always going to
see.
see good Darnold, but you're not going to see as good Darnold. Last year's Darnold is going to be the best version of Darnold you're ever going to see.
I think we can put a red X on some of your things already too, Dylan, because Burrow's not winning the MVP.
No, he's not. He's done. He's cooked.
We can put an X there.
Yeah, he's done.
Your rest of them are still good.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think I have anything else that's really outside of Burrow.
You can talk about Hurts MVP as well.
Travis Hunter, rookie of the year. We'll see.
That could be a flip. There's really no real winner.
We'll see. I wouldn't put an X.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put an X on it. Raiders win 8.
They're 1-1.
Sleepy
Joe.
Hurts ain't winning MVP. Hurts ain't winning MVP throwing 100 yards a game. Man.
Herb's not winning fucking. And Hurt's not getting that 4,000 yards you said he was fucking getting.
I said he was going to get 3,500.
Oh, he's not getting that.
We can put a green. No, we can't because we don't know what this dude's going to do. But Bengals missed playoffs. He's looking great. And don't act like they were looking good before Burrow got hurt because they were.
No,
not
they were
looking
not.
good.
They were not.
They were not.
They were absolutely not.
I'm mad that he got hurt.
There's a lot of people who actually think Jake Brown's pretty good.
He
I like Browning out of.
It's going to depend on how they call plays for him because
correct.
I think he's a quality with back. Them. He was moving the ball. It's just that he
also gives the ball away.
Yeah, he just throws picks.
But that
nobody's going to sit here and say Browning's better than Burrow, but Joe Burrow is no. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying it. I don't think anybody should be saying that because they won the game. But Joe Burrow is very much so on that Andrew Luck career path right now.
Yeah,
he's been sacked more in the same in less games.
The only reason I would say he's not though is because you're going to say this
Andrew Luck hate.
Yeah,
here comes the cult hate.
And you should take this because Joe Burrow's not my favorite person either, but Joe Burrow doesn't come across as soft as Andrew Luck.
No, he's not. He's not. That is a very hateful thing you just said, but it's not wrong.
But the follow-up to that is also the injuries that Joe Burrow's had are different from what Andrew had. So, like the stuff that Burrow's been going through is just like pain in the ass kind of injuries where you just gotta
where it happens because you actually get hit a lot.
And Andrew Luck's was concussions and
they get hit. They get hit a little different, but Joe Burrow's been sacked more times in 15 less games.
Yeah. So, and until the Bengals realize that.
Listen, Trey Hendrickson's off the books next year. Maybe
shout out to his agent.
Absolutely. Maybe they allocate some of that money to the offensive line.
Watch them go get a running back.
I would.
We're gonna go
Chase
give
Brown's
Derrick.
good. Don't do that.
We're gonna go give Derrick Henry.
We're gonna go.
$40
We're gonna
million.
go pay another $100 million to a third wide receiver.
No, Joe, you just need more weapons. We'll score 50 a game. You'll be all right.
And then Houston's gonna look like, yes, that's the model. Yes, yes.
Because Houston is copying them, and it's not working.
Which is crazy. Because we'll get there.
Because when Joe Mixon comes back, I still feel like this Houston team could take off.
The first half of that Bucks game, that offensive line held up, and Stroud was diming.
Cooking.
What?
Let's talk about that game.
He had like 4 or 5 different receivers in that first half that all had a 20-yard reception.
Cooking.
He was cooking, and then the second half happened, and he's just like, "Help! Help me! Help me, please! Help me, please!" Quick. He killed us too. He almost made it. Listen, we had this like 17-leg parlay.
We were so.
We needed Emeka Ibuka to have 11 more yards. We got everything else. Everything else.
So close.
Me and Mike were sitting here in euphoria, just waiting.
Praying for overtime. Praying for overtime. Please give me overtime.
Baker almost was like sports god.
I almost bought his jersey on Monday.
If they would have did that with like a minute left, like if they would have scored that touchdown with a minute left, we would have got what we needed.
Yep.
And he would have permanently had a place in Valhalla. And I would replace this fucking loser, and I would have Baker Mayfield right here.
You would have never been able to tell
never
me
take it down.
Negative. You would have never been able to tell me anything negative about Baker ever again.
Baker's the greatest of all time. Right there. And then that one play where Baker scrambled to get the first down, looked like he gets hurt. CJ Gardner-Johnson comes and talks shit. Baker said, "I'm not fucking hurt. Fuck you. Get out of my fucking face. You're not doing shit." Baker forgot he wasn't allowed to get hurt.
Dog. And it's funny too, because when that drive started, it was like, Baker might mess around. All right, don't play around. And sure enough, Baker said, "Heard you." Boom, boom, boom. I knew they was in trouble. Like what was the tight end play? The tight end play was the one where I knew that they was in trouble, that they was going to score. I knew Tampa was going to score. It was just a matter of how much time.
Mm-hmm.
And they decided, to be responsible and bleed the clock.
That's not the Todd Bowles I know. 2017 Todd Bowles isn't even fucking thinking about that.
And man, that touchdown pass was nasty.
Nasty.
I will tell you this because I said this to some friends of mine at my job, co-workers. I won't say that Baker's top 5, but I will say 2 minutes to go, he's top 3. 2 minutes to go, give him the ball.
He might be one of those ones.
You give me 3.
Might be one of them ones.
I will give the ball to Baker and sit back because that dude turns into
Let's go back to my favorite stat, Mike. Dog. The only stat at this point that matters is dog.
And I told one of my coworkers who's an Eagles fan, because he said there's only 2 teams that make him nervous.
Tampa is one of them.
The Rams make him nervous. He said he doesn't want to play Tampa in Tampa for some reason.
You want to know why, Mike?
Because they always lose.
They always lose in Tampa. Tampa fits.
He said, though, if they had to come to Philly, he wouldn't be afraid of them. I said, listen, if Baker Mayfield, if they can keep it close, you're in trouble.
Because if anybody could play in that Philly atmosphere, it's Baker. Baker lives for that. Baker lives for the people talking shit and booing to him.
If they can keep it close, that's going to be Tampa's thing. Oh, you're going to have to blow them out because if Baker has a chance, you're going to be in trouble. Mm-hmm. Which is, I don't want to say it's crazy to say, but like,
no, it's not.
It's if they're close, you're in trouble. Because in all honesty, Atlanta should have beat them.
Yep.
Houston should have beat them.
Yep.
And they're 2-0. And Baker is playing out of his mind.
Yeah. There's just some. It's just because Todd Bowles just can stop Philly. He could just stop him. He knows the strength of getting there. If he's not going to get a pass rush, he's going to obliterate the guards with blitzes to keep Hurts in the pocket. They're going to contain and blitz middle, keep him in the pocket. They're going to stuff the line of scrimmage because they have just, I don't know, the biggest blockade you could put in Vita Vea, who's the best at stopping the tush push. And they have
that in every chance you get.
Every chance I get, because Mike, he does it. He literally does it. He's been doing it for years. For years. And then they have an offense where they have a good offensive line. Not a great offensive line, a good offensive line. They have two really good running backs.
Bucky Irving actually is the reason we didn't get that money.
Oh, yep, because Baker kept throwing to fucking Bucky Irving.
Because he kept
Bucky Irving's almost public enemy number one.
Because honestly,
this close.
Like he had that one run where he didn't go down. Like go down.
Go down. We only need 2 yards from you.
Like
just go down so I can get the extra 7 that I need for Ibuka, so we can give the ball back to fucking Houston, so I get the 8 yards I need from fucking Nico Collins. And then that idiot on kick return taking the fucking ball out.
Because what are you doing, sir?
Asshole.
What are you doing?
Asshole.
So
Fuck
we'll be
that
back.
guy.
We'll be back
Next Monday's gonna be great.
Yeah, because we're hitting.
We're cooking. We're gonna cook some
week.
Nonsense.
Y'all laughed at us in the chat.
Lions Ravens. We're gonna fucking cook something.
We're gonna cook next week. Y'all laughed at us in the chat. Me and Dylan are going to cook next week. Let y'all know. Meanwhile, the Pulse parlay is on fire. Dylan cashing in left and right.
So far, we've won like $73.
Yeah.
So this week we up the bet again. We go from $5 to $10. I think I'm doing 20. Because no matter what, if I do 20, I'm still in the green.
Still in the green.
I still got 50 something from the Pulse parlay. I'm debating adding another team, another game.
Well, let's see how.
But we're getting close. I think I'm going to keep it at 4 games this week. Last week I got lucky and I got like 5 or 6. I think I'm going to do 4 because this slate is dangerous. This is a dangerous slate of games this week.
And before we move on, we'll finish out because we have to talk about Joe Burrow getting hurt. With the crazy, getting a grade 3 turf toe is like, that is insane, and that is also fluky.
It's unreal. The luck that Joe Burrow has had injury wise, like since he's been in the NFL, has been absolutely wild. What, rookie year, torn ACL, second year Super Bowl.
Yeah, his knee exploded.
Knee exploded. So we will just go anything with a CL, he tore. Second year Super Bowl, third year. What, he had his wrist?
The wrist? Yeah, that was the wrist on Thursday night against Baltimore.
Yep, Thursday was the wrist. Last year, I forgot what it was because he
was relatively wasn't he relatively healthy last year? Nothing season ending.
He missed like the last 9 games of the year. Yeah.
Oh, he did?
No, he did not
he
because they
early.
Early.
Yeah, early he was struggling because he was still dealing with something. I think it was.
Was it shoulder?
The year before, was it his Achilles? It was his calf. It was his calf the year before. That's what it was.
Yeah, he was out for a little bit, but then I think he came back.
And then he was putting up MVP numbers. But this year it's the Mike. If that defense held teams to 30 points, they would have had fucking 10 wins, and Joe Burrow would have probably won MVP. Because he had the best passing stats out of anybody in the NFL. It was unreal, the numbers that he had.
Not my MVP.
It wouldn't have been, but Who cares? Your MVPs stink. The only reason you didn't win MVP is because they didn't win football games, and that's because their defense gave up 35 points a game.
And he also didn't. They didn't score when they needed to.
Mike, if you score 30 points a game, you should fucking win those football games. It's just like in baseball. If you score 8 runs, you should win that baseball game.
So
not if you're the Reds.
Why is it Russ's fault again?
Because he turned over the ball at the end of the game multiple times.
So he didn't perform at the end of the game.
Correct. Joe Burrow performs at the end of the game. The problem is he also doesn't play defense. Do you remember that Commander game? I remember that Commander game.
Which Commander game?
The game last year, the Commanders Bengals last year. Where
Jaden Daniels played out of his mind.
Yeah, so did Joe Burrow. The problem is the fucking Bengals couldn't stop anybody.
Jaden Daniels just outplayed your boy. That's what happened.
You have to play defense. Like this idea that the quarterback, and only in this instance is quarterback responsible for fucking everything. But when it's Russell Wilson on fucking Sunday, not responsible, not his problem. But Joe Burrow, it's all his fault. Not that his defense gives up a billion yards.
It's not his fault. It's not his fault when it's Joe.
No, if he's playing bad at the end of games, I will absolutely blame Joe Burrow for shit. But the problem is he really doesn't play bad at the end of fucking football games. The defense just gives up a billion yards and a billion points. Fuck you.
Overrated.
I don't think there's anything overrated about Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow is absolutely properly rated. He's got also my favorite stat. Dog.
Oh my god.
Dog.
Disagree.
Dog.
But more of a dog than Andrew Luck, though. He can hold his hat on that.
Andrew Luck used to truck safeties. Don't give me that. The Bengals are committing an atrocity of which only we've seen the Colts do. And that's fucking ruining a fucking generational quarterback.
Oh, I mean, it's just bad moves, bad roster moves. And it really all started, I mean, you can't blame them for taking Chase, obviously, because look at the player he is. But yeah, there's still a Chase, and they chose Chase.
It paid off.
That
paid off. They went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and they also lost because they didn't invest in their own line.
To be fair, it's Aaron Donald. It really wouldn't have mattered who was there on the offensive line.
I get it, but you look at the way the Chargers have been building, and it's almost the exact opposite.
Absolutely.
I know, I was like, damn, it's a Joe out over Malik Davis. But then you look at it in hindsight, I'm like, okay, they didn't draft high. It really is.
That's where it is. That's always going to be where your bread is buttered. The Bengals will never be fucking great until they can protect Joe Burrow because Joe Burrow is awesome without an offensive line.
So is it the offensive line or is it defense? Because it seems like it's everyone but Joe.
What does Joe do wrong?
No, Mike, you can't. Mike, you can't put anything on Joe Burrow. You cannot.
What does Joe Burrow do wrong, Mike?
Perfection.
What does Joe Burrow do wrong?
He is literally damn near perfection. Like, he may not be as agile or athletic.
Which isn't a quarterback stat. What does Joe Burrow do wrong? What is Joe Burrow bad at? Quarterbacks, it's never been a quarterback stat to me. I love bringing it up because you guys change your answer depending on what the context.
I never changed the answer.
We can't hold Joe Burrow accountable for the defense giving up 34 points a fucking game, right? And despite Joe Burrow having this horrendous offensive line, Joe Burrow is still fucking awesome. Still awesome in spite of that. Now imagine if he just had a decent offensive line. He wouldn't be hurt as much, and he'd still be awesome.
I think he is a very good quarterback, but he is also more so of a production of having those two Ferraris to throw to bail him out.
Joe Burrow, his rookie year, was doing the same shit he's doing with less of that. Joe Burrow is a great quarterback, whether he has Jamar Chase or not. The problem is, does it make it easier when you don't have the offensive line when you have Jamar Chase? Yes. If you get him an offensive line, I'm pretty sure he's going to do exactly what the other all-time great quarterbacks do and make the weapons around him better because he has the time. Because Joe Burrow is not a bad quarterback at all.
I don't know if he's as good as he's been if he doesn't have those two Ferraris.
Well, it depends. Are we taking away everything from him and he loses his wide receivers and still has this dog shit offensive line?
I don't.
That is a good point.
I don't think Joe Burrow.
Well, let's say you take away Chase, but you give him Sewell.
I'll make it simple for you. I don't think Tampa Bay is nearly as good if you swap them.
I very much so disagree. I also think you think Philly's already good. Philly's even better if you have Joe Burrow.
I think Philly's worse with Joe Burrow.
Yeah, but that's because you're silly.
I think they're worse with Joe Burrow.
Wait, what?
Because he can't extend plays like Jalen Hurts.
He doesn't need to.
That's the difference. Joe Burrow would
because he has the weapons to do it. He has the offensive line and he has the weapons.
He has the offensive line to give him all that time to just feast.
Well, I also think Saquon Barkley has less rushing yards, but he would also have more receiving yards.
Joe Burrow would absolutely be lights out on that Eagles team. That would be unfair.
Because Joe Burrow is a significantly better quarterback than Jalen Hurts.
Significantly better quarterback than Jalen Hurts.
Their skill sets do not fit.
They're different.
They're different.
They're very different. Jalen Hurts is a mobile running back. Mobile running back, really.
That team better than
who's more accurate?
Bro.
Who's better at reading a defense?
I don't know.
That's where you're wrong. That's where you're very wrong. Who's way better at reading a defense? Again, Jalen Hurts has time to read a defense, and he still doesn't do it well.
Think so. How
many passing yards did he have against the Chiefs on Sunday?
So that determines if he can read defenses?
He's clearly not being able to throw the football well, because what was his completion percentage as well?
I also
watch him completely look off open guys to throw the ball to the flat.
Because
he's not good at throwing in the middle.
No, because his mindset is different than a Joe Burrow.
Because he's a actual quarterback. Yes.
Because Jalen does not force it if he does not have to.
You think Joe Burrow doesn't force it?
Yes, he does. I've seen Joe Burrow force those often. He forces it to Jamar Chase, which granted is not the dumbest thing in the world.
Imagine having Jamar Chase and saying he forces it to Jamar Chase.
But he will force it to Jamar Chase.
Who wouldn't be ready to fucking fight this quarterback every week?
AJ Brown, and that's why AJ Brown hates him, because Jalen will not take that risk because it's not worth it.
Because Jalen doesn't trust his ability to make the throw. Yeah, I agree.
No, it's not. See, it's not.
Why wouldn't he trust it? Why wouldn't he trust it?
Because it's not worth going into double coverage.
It's not always double coverage.
We're talking about hypothetical that we're speaking of is him forcing a ball to AJ Brown.
You could force the ball in not double coverage. You could force the ball in tight coverage. You could force the ball across the middle.
So again, however you want to spin it, forcing the ball to AJ Brown when I can check down or I can run and get away and we can get another play is the mindset that Jalen Hurts has always had throughout his entire career.
The only people who agree that Jalen Hurts is better than Joe Burrow are Eagles fans. I didn't say he was better than
Joe Burrow. I said that Joe Burrow.
No, you think he is. By you stating that you think it would not work takes away how good Joe Burrow is with the weapons that Jalen Hurts has. If you put Jalen Hurts in Cincinnati, he's fucking terrible.
Then clearly you did not listen to.
No, Dylan, I don't agree. I don't agree with that either.
Jalen Hurts is terrible if he's in Cincinnati.
I don't think. I don't think he'd be terrible.
He's fucking terrible.
So again, you think so. when I say that I believe that you think Jalen Hurts stinks.
I do think Jalen Hurts stinks. That's the thing.
Good.
I'm not shying away from that. I don't think Jalen Hurts is a good quarterback. I think Jalen Hurts is absolutely a product of the weapons around him.
Good.
Very much so. And I've been saying this for years. He's a product of the offensive line being the single best offensive line in football for how many years in a row? Every year. Let's do that. Since his second year in football, he has been behind the best offensive line in football. And what do? We go and get him a really good wide receiver. He has time to make the throw. Cool. We get him Devontae Smith. He's got the weapons. Excellent. Oh, let's go make it even easier on Jalen Hurts, where he has to do significantly less. Let's go get him Saquon fucking Barkley. So now the offense is completely centered around Saquon Barkley. You see that they dominate when they're able to do it. The team's focused on Saquon Barkley. Now he gets one-on-one coverage with A.J. Brown, his top 10 wide receiver, and then Devontae Smith, who's a top 15, 20 wide receiver to go through. They also have a really good tight end. They also had last year the best defense in football. So the quarterback that has this abundance of riches.
And despite all of that, you know who the MVP in the Super Bowl was? Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, well, I wonder why it was Jalen Hurts because
he was the best player on the field.
Was to stop the best player on the field.
The best player on the field was Jalen Hurts.
He got one-on-one coverage with A.J. Brown and fucking Devontae Smith all game because the game plan was not let Saquon Barkley run the football. It was make them beat us. And he got one-on-ones with, again, top 10 weapon, used his offensive line.
He stinks.
The offensive line.
He can't beat us. He can't beat us with his arm. He can't beat. What'd he do? He beat them.
I wonder why. It wasn't.
Blew them. Not only did he beat them, he blew them out.
Not doing it.
Blew them out.
Not doing it. Again, Jalen Hurts
and don't tell me that Chiefs defense was not good. Don't tell me that.
No, they just had the offensive line to be better. Just 2,000 pounds of guy right there being able to block everybody. It's cool. Two Hall of Famers on the left side, left or right side.
Always everything except Jalen. Jalen wins the MVP. Jalen's the best player. They've played 2 Super Bowls against each other, and he's outplayed the best quarterback of this era twice. Twice. He's outplayed Pat.
Did they go against the same type of competition? No, they didn't. You can't say he did that because one, he lost one. Didn't do that.
Did he outplay it? Did he outplay Pat?
If he would have outplayed him, he would have won then.
He almost did.
Almost. Ooh, I care about almost there. I care about almost.
So he didn't outplay.
I care about almost.
Did he outplay?
Did he win?
Pat? Did he outplay Pat?
I don't think so. No.
Questions.
I don't think so. No. Again,
I think he outplayed Pat both times.
But here's the thing.
And everybody else.
Jalen Hurts has this abundance of riches that you ignore every single time we talk about Jalen Hurts.
You ignore his talent.
Jalen Hurts is just a better Brock Purdy who could run. That's it. Remember when everybody was trying to tell me that Brock Purdy was this fucking great quarterback? And then I said, oh, he just has one of the best left tackles of our generation on his team, a really good offensive line. He's got Christian McCaffrey, Deebo Samuels, Brandon Ayuk. Oh, this great fucking defense behind him. It's the same situation. What happened when Brock Purdy started to lose his superpowers? His superpowers being his elite defense, his elite weapons, his offensive line. What happened to Brock Purdy? Did he not
pretty much like what he is right now?
He turned back into a civilian, right? The only difference between Brock Purdy and Jalen Hurts is Philly hasn't allowed him to become back to a civilian. They have kept everything around him elite. Absolutely elite.
Jalen Hurts is infinitely better than him.
Infinitely is a stretch.
I wouldn't say infinitely.
Infinitely is
I think Jalen Hurts is better than
better deep ball.
I'm saying he's better. No, he's better than Purdy. I agree.
Deep ball. That's fine. That's fine.
I wouldn't say
why
infinite.
does he have a better deep ball? Could it be because he has the time to sit there and throw that deep ball?
There's nothing we can say. He throws a better deep ball. That's because his receivers are good. We'll ignore the pass. It's the receivers are good. The first week of the game.
Ignore the pads? Can't ignore the pads. They play football with pads on.
That dime in the first quarter. Was that not a great catch, or was it a great throw?
No, that one throw to Dotson, yeah, that was a great throw and catch. So and guess what? That was the only pass that he had all game past 10 yards.
Dylan, was it a great throw?
I said it was a great throw and catch.
Was it a great throw?
Do you not hear what the fuck I'm saying?
I just want you to acknowledge it is a great throw. I don't need the context.
I didn't provide context. I said it was a great throw and catch.
A great throw. We're not talking about how many times it happened, how many plays was called
Mike,
for it.
this is how I know you're not listening.
You're not listening because all we're talking about, all I said was he throws a better deep ball, and you're giving me, well, he has this receiver that. I don't care about any of that. He throws a better ball.
Again, how I know you're not listening is not what I said, but go ahead. That's fine.
He throws a better ball. That's what I said.
No, that's not, but I'm listening. You didn't say that.
How did we get on this topic then?
He throws a better ball? No, you said you changed it from better deep ball to better ball. You didn't say
Deep
that.
ball,
If we're going to play, I'll play this game.
You're nitpicking right now because you know what I'm saying.
No, the thing is, you're not. We're doing that thing where you're deciding to not listen to what I'm saying. You said, "Does he throw a better? Was that not a great? Was that not a great
throw a better
pass?"
deep
Yes,
ball?
I said it was a great throw and a great catch. It was both. I acknowledge that it was a great throw, but you can't see that.
Why are we talking about the catch when it is irrelevant to what we're talking about?
It is not irrelevant. I gave credit on the throw. You're just not seeing it that way.
But you're diluting it by adding it was a great catch also.
I'm not.
Now you're saying...
Again, you're putting words in my mouth.
So why are you bringing up the catch? It has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
I can't show love to the person who made the catch?
It has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
Because you said it wasn't a great throw or a great catch. That's what you said. And I said it was both. Because both can be true. Can they not?
Both can be true.
Both can be true. You asked me the question, was it either or? I said, no, it was both. It was absolutely both.
Because I know you and I know your tricks. You're not.
You don't, because you're not listening.
You're not. It's an underhanded compliment. Oh, it was a great throw. It was also a great catch, though.
Because you asked me, was it a great throw or catch?
This game.
You said both, and I answered. If you gave me the option to pick both, I gave you the answer that also complements what you're saying and complements what I'm saying, and now I'm wrong because I answered your question.
Because you can't just let Jalen be good.
And you can't acknowledge the abundance of riches that he has.
You dismiss his talent by saying he's only good because of what's around him.
Listen, every time I say that, I end up being right. So let's figure that out.
We're going to see because Jalen Hurts is going to go to the Hall of Fame. And you're still going to be like, he was.
I don't know how he could go to the Hall of Fame. He doesn't have the numbers to do that.
Super
Bowls don't get to the Hall of Fame.
Really? Ask Eli Manning.
Eli's not in.
Eli's going to get in.
Eli's not in.
You know Eli's going to get in. We all know Eli's going to get in.
Eli shouldn't get in. You want to know why Eli shouldn't get in? Because he's a mediocre quarterback. That's why he shouldn't get in. He's a mediocre quarterback who had two above average moments, winning 2 Super Bowls, right?
And those 2
I would say he's an average quarterback.
2 Super Bowls are not enough to get a fucking below 500 winning quarterback into the NFL with no records.
MVP.
What records does Eli Manning have?
Is going to get him. He has a lot of Giant records.
We don't care about team records. It's the NFL Hall of Fame, not the Giants Hall of Fame.
Does he have NFL records? No.
No.
He doesn't have NFL
He just led the league in interceptions like
still,
10 years in a row.
Despite all of your hooting and hollering, is going to get into the Hall of Fame.
He won't.
Despite all of your hooting and hollering,
he will.
He's going to get in.
The only reason
he's going to get into the Hall of Fame.
He's going to Nepo baby himself into the Hall of Fame.
Because
the Hall of Fame.
Because he's a Manning.
Because he's a Giant. He's a literal Giants icon. And on top of that, his 2 Super Bowl runs, the magnitude of those runs were just insane.
Excellent.
Beating arguably
beating who, Anthony? Who did he beat? He beat the best quarterback of his era.
Like right? he beat arguably the greatest football team ever created.
Nick Foles Brady too.
The best quarterback of his era.
Nick Foles also beat Tom Brady. Is he going to the Hall of Fame?
Nope.
No, but I'm talking about like the 2007 Patriots were arguably the best football team.
You can't get into the Hall of Fame off of 2 years. You can't.
No,
but I'm saying that those are 2 cities. No, but hold on, wait, Dylan. No, but Dylan, those runs, because you think about Joe Flacco's run, right? How crazy that was that we had to go through. No, I'm saying, I agree. But Eli did that twice. Eli had 2 of those type of runs.
Eli Manning.
He went into a 15-1 Green Bay team, beat them on one run. He went on another run. He went into, I forgot what San Fran's record was. I think they were like 13-3 or something like that. He went into, I think it was Candlestick at the time. beat them to go to. He went through a gauntlet both times, and then both times he beat a Brady team that was seemingly on top of the world. One of them was 18-0 and just bludgeoning every team
and
by like 30 points that year, and one MVP both times. So it's
14-year career outside of 2 years.
No, Dylan, I agree. I don't think he should go to the Hall of Fame, but I think he will because of the magnitude of his Super Bowl runs. Just the magnitude of who he had to go through and whatnot.
Magnitude doesn't matter. That shit doesn't matter. If that's the case, Terrell
I think it will in Eli's case.
Hall of Famer. It doesn't matter.
Well, Terrell Owens, there were other things that kept Terrell Owens.
Terrell Owens is the second or third best wide receiver to ever play the game. Nobody has more magnitude.
Yeah, but there were politics involved with
politics
Terrell.
is the only reason Eli's going to get into the Hall of Fame.
I don't understand what your Terrell Owens was.
I think it'll be the main reason. I think it's going to be
of what those 2 years.
No, I'm saying, did you say he's not a Hall?
No, he should have been a first ballot, and he wasn't.
But he was. It had nothing to do with his play, though, and you know that.
I understand that, but if we go impact, it shouldn't make a difference. But they don't care about impact.
But
they don't care about impact.
But the impact is not on the like. T.O. didn't get in the first ballot. Not because of anything on the field.
And if we care about impact in Eli's career, we should have cared about impact in T.O.'s career to should have bypassed that. But politics kept him out. Politics will get Eli in, not play.
Yeah, because Eli, again, he's a Giants icon. Like, he's forever indebted in Giant. No, it kind of does. The same way.
You can say what you want. He's the greatest quarterback in that franchise's history. As mediocre as he is, he's the greatest quarterback in that franchise's history. And that franchise is one of the icon franchises in the NFL. It is an original. I don't know if it's an original.
He's not better
franchise.
than Phil Simms. That's the thing. He's not better than Phil Simms.
I don't know. I know because Phil Simms to me is also wildly overrated, but
we're arguing mediocre Eli Manning. Let's not do that.
I don't think Eli was mediocre either. Eli was an average quarterback. His problem was he stayed. The problem with Eli was that he played 2 or 3 more seasons than he should have. He should have retired like 2-3 seasons earlier. That was the biggest problem.
The problem with Eli Manning was he turned over the ball more than fucking anybody else did for like a 10-year stretch. He's above average for 2 years in a fucking 15-year career. And
he was elite for 2 years.
He wasn't elite. That's the thing. He wasn't elite.
He had 2 elite playoff
runs. Elite. They weren't. Like, if you look at the numbers in there, outside of the Tyreek catch in that first Super Bowl, was he elite? There's nothing elite about him.
When I say elite, I'm talking about the plays he made too as well, not just like numbers and shit. Like,
if that's the case, put Joe Flacco in.
No.
There we go. They're the same person, except Joe Flacco has a better career of winning.
Because literally after Joe Flacco, like, won that Super Bowl, he just became awful after that. Like, Joe Flacco became mediocre.
He didn't become awful.
He became mediocre. He
never was elite. That's the thing. He never was elite. And people tried to put him up on this pedestal. Joe Flacco was always average. Always average, and then he had 2 moments of above average to great football in those runs. And you really could equate that to Anquan Boldin more than anything because he went fucking nuclear. But we can't just celebrate 2 years of a 15-year career and be like, man, that's enough to get him into the Hall of Fame.
Well, if you compare Flacco to Manning, here's the thing. If you're a big Flacco hater, you can sit there and be like, well, it was just one run. It was just some magical shit. You could throw the fluke out there and whatnot. With Eli, you can't do that because he did that twice. It's one thing to do it once. He did it twice.
No, I don't care about 2 years in a 15-year career. Super Bowls don't get you into the Hall of Fame. If that's the case, everybody who has one would be in. Trent Dilfer would be in the Hall of Fame. Nick Foles would be in the Hall of Fame.
Well, no, but that's discrediting Eli, though. Again, Trent Dilfer.
That's exactly what
that's discrediting Eli. That's the same way.
Because Eli, I'm not.
You're saying that he only played 2 years, and that's the only reason that he gets.
No, again,
he did have a complete career
of mediocrity. That's the thing we're ignoring. We are ignoring wins, touchdowns, interceptions, everything.
No, I'm not. I'm not ignoring that. First of all, like, most of his mediocrity came from the fact that he played like 2 or 3 more seasons than he should have. He should have retired 2-3 years earlier.
Eli
But
Manning's
outside of
Giants
that-
career almost ended in its 4th year. You do know that, right?
I
Eli
know.
Manning, they were going to move on from Eli Manning.
Dylan, I'm looking at Eli's like Eli's got 57,000 passing yards, man. Like
He played
come
15
on, man.
years. That's not.
No, Dylan, you can't context everything. Like
Yes, you
I give
can.
you a
That's how you
stat
get to a
and
whole
you
team.
dismiss
It's
it.
not-
I give you something that you dismiss. Like you dismiss everything again. Like he got those yards, Dylan. Like
Excellent. He got
57,000
them.
yards is not something that everybody does. Joe Flacco don't got 57,000 yards.
Does he? Doesn't he?
Yeah.
Don't say things you don't know, Mike.
No, let's see. I'll
Don't
tell
say
you right
things
now.
you don't know.
I mean, that nigga been in the league forever. I hope he has 57,000 yards.
He's been in the league forever. He has 45,000 yards.
Oh, wow.
Listen,
45,000.
I'm also a proponent of Joe Namath shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame because their careers are almost identical.
45,000.
The only reason Joe Namath is in the Hall of Fame is because really there wasn't many better at the time when he went in, so you had to put him in.
But that also because when you look at his stats compared to now, it's
We're not.
doesn't
I'm
look
just
as
comparing
good,
what he
but
did as a
when
whole
he
in
played-
that time,
When he played, he was a top 5 quarterback.
and he was incredibly mediocre.
Dylan.
That's the thing.
But in his time when he played, he was elite. When he played, he was an elite quarterback. Dylan. Like you
He
can't.
is a
you
sub
can't-
500 winning quarterback.
It's a different time, Dylan. Like I don't know. what else
Wins
to
and
tell
losses
you.
makes it a different time. I'm just talking about his career as a whole, where we're celebrating guys who don't win football games going into the Hall of Fame.
It's a different time.
Eli Manning is the modern day Joe Namath when it comes to that shit.
I don't think Eli was ever as close to an MVP as Joe Namath was. Joe Namath was a brink MVP player when he played. Like, I don't know how else to, like, some players, like in baseball, they argue, was he ever the best at his position or was he ever top 5 in his position? Joe Namath was that.
Joe
his
Namath
entire
finished
career.
top 5 in MVP one time in his career.
So, what does
Manning.
what does that mean? Because Chris Paul has never received the MVP vote. What does that mean?
You said he was closer to an MVP than Eli was.
Has
Ever
Eli
in
ever
his
been
career.
top 5? Maybe 2011 because that was the best year of his career. I would say 2011 might be the year for Eli.
No, but he was fucking all pro, which is actually insane.
Yes, Eli had,
Actually,
Dylan,
is
Dylan,
actually
Eli
insane.
had a better career than you think. I remember that.
No, he
2011
doesn't.
year.
He has about as good as a career as I've already done all this work before, Mike. This is not uncharted territory. for me. I've done the work.
57,000. You poo-pooing 57,000 passing yards is
He better have that in
insane.
16 years. I'd be giving him less
insane
time
to me.
as a starter for all but 1 year in his career. He better.
Insane.
He better have fucking 57,000 yards.
That is crazy. Crazy.
244 interceptions. Keep
He
reading
had
the fucking
360 touchdowns. Don't forget that part too.
Who gives a fuck about 360?
Okay.
Pat Mahomes probably already has more than that now.
Okay. Crazy.
Eli shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame. He absolutely shouldn't be. Because we're just letting anybody in, if that's the case.
I don't think it's that.
Because everybody stinks.
No, that's why. That's a wild take, Dylan. I don't think he should be in the hall either. But
No.
I can understand why he would be put in the hall. Like I can clearly see that. If somebody gives me like he deserves it, I'm not gonna.
The puppeteer for Eli Manning, getting him in
You
because
can't just say like,
he's
yeah, but you can't say we're just letting anybody in because not everybody had the runs that he had. Like, yes, in a 15-year career,
there's
he
guys
was
who aren't in who deserve to be in more than Eli Manning.
like who?
Play any player or just quarterback?
Quarterback.
Phillip Rivers.
They're going to be eligible at the same time. Phillip Rivers might get in.
No, Phillip Rivers isn't eligible yet. He played longer, but he should get in over Eli.
Are they both going to have a yellow jacket?
No,
You don't think Phillip Rivers is going to get in?
no,
I think he will.
I don't think he does because he doesn't have playoff success.
The only thing
He has everything else. He just doesn't have playoff success.
The only
But then how does that make him more deserving than Eli?
Because he has all the other stats on top of it.
Except when it matters the most.
Except playoff wins. Eli doesn't have a lot of the other stats to be like, oh, yeah, he deserves to get in. The only thing Eli has is Super Bowls. That's all he has.
That's a lot to have.
It's not because, again, if we're just going to we're going to put people in the Hall of Fame for the Super Bowls and everybody's getting in.
No, but it's also it's also what was your role in those Super Bowls? Like, how integral were you to those Super Bowl runs? Like, who were you facing?
No, it doesn't matter. That shit doesn't matter.
Does.
Like we want to provide context.
This man was going. He was going on the road and beating elite teams week after week during 2 elite playoff stretches. He was going on the road to beat top teams.
You're also acting like it was just Eli when it was not. Because Mike, do I have to remind you of that 2008 defense?
But who said it was just Eli?
No, I'm saying you said he went in and beat these teams. No, he also had like a crazy wild defense. Crazy defense.
No, I know that. Yeah.
Yeah, but
he's still.
Mike's sitting here about to yell at me because I'm providing context, but
no,
you're providing context
because you're picking and choosing when you want to use things.
Dylan, Mike is right because you can just say the same thing for Joe Flacco too, though.
I did say the same thing for Joe Flacco.
Picking and choosing, but you're sitting here yelling.
I literally said Joe Flacco's playoff run where he won the Super Bowl was really on Anquan Boldin's back.
Name me the offensive player that Eli Manning played with that's as good as LaDainian Tomlinson.
That's as good as LaDainian Tomlinson. Odell Beckham Jr.
And
didn't last long, but Odell was just as good. Not for long, but just as good. Different position. He also played with Saquon Barkley.
Again, and how long did he get to play with both of them?
Nope, now we're changing what the question is.
You answered the question.
You changed it.
No, you answered
you said, okay, but how long did you play with him?
I'm asking you a follow-up question. It is a follow-up
Was it long?
question.
No, it was what? A year
was it as long as he played with LaDainian?
How long did he play with Barkley? Was it 2 years?
Was it as long as he played with Antonio
He played
Gates?
a year with Saquon. He played a year with Saquon.
Oh, a year. Oh, okay.
He played a year with Saquon. He had 4 with Beckham.
Oh, okay.
Then they traded
Antonio
Beckham. That's not his fault.
No, it's not his fault. No, it's not his fault.
As good as Antonio Gates is what, a top 10 tight end of all time?
Top 5.
That helped, right?
He's not top 5. I love Antonio Gates, but there's too many other tight ends that are better than him. I'm going through my Rolodex of that. We can't say he didn't play with good offensive players, though. Like Jeremy Shockey's a great tight end.
Is he Antonio Gates?
No. But my answer to that is still Odell. Odell in his prime when Eli had him was a top 3 receiver in football. So we could argue that.
I don't.
Where would you guys? How would you guys consider Victor Cruz?
Above average. He was never a superstar. He was really good.
He was a good 2.
Yeah. No, he had a run where he was number 1. We can't take that away from him. But on most other teams, he would have been a 2. But he had a couple years where he was really fucking good.
Yes, he was.
Was he as good as Odell? No. But Odell was on a Hall of Fame trajectory before every part of his knee exploded. And then the other knee exploded. And then he got traded to Cleveland. And then those knees exploded.
Well, how many times did the knee explode? I thought it was 2 or 3 times. I know
3
it
times.
exploded once in the Super Bowl.
3 times. Can you name me a player as good that Phillip Rivers played with better than or as good as Michael Strahan?
On a defensive end? What?
Well, you said you're naming me teammates. I'm naming you teammates too because remember Eli played with 3 defensive players.
Then I'm gonna. You said Eli or Phillip Rivers?
Phillip Rivers played defensively.
Junior
Seau was not better than Michael Strahan.
You said as good.
No, I don't think he's as good as him either.
I don't think Odell Beckham's as good as LaDainian Tomlinson, but I gave you that.
Because the reason why you have to give me that because Odell in his time with Eli, he was top 3 at his position.
Junior Seau wasn't a top 3 linebacker in his prime when he played with Phillip Rivers?
With Phillip Rivers? No, he was almost out of the league by the time he played with Phillip Rivers. Because Phillip Rivers didn't take over till what, 04, 05?
04. No.
Seau retired, what, 06?
06. 06. 06. I'm looking at it right now. 06. He started and played. He played in 2 games in 04, and he played in 2 games in 05. And then 06 is 16. Like, it just, that's when he started the Iron Man thing. 16. Which also, he didn't
play with Junior Seau. He didn't play with him. He was gone. Seau was out of San Diego in 2002. He was in Miami. He never played with Junior Seau. You fucking liar. Liar. Shame. Shame.
I swear they play together.
No. He was out before Phillip even got into the league. He was in Miami.
I will just.
Yeah, Phil came in 04.
He was in Miami and then ended his last couple of years with the Patriots. R.I.P. Junior Seau.
Okay. I mean,
Eli the guy.
Antonio Cromartie.
As good as Michael Strahan?
Sean Merriman.
As good as Michael Strahan?
So, no.
Thank you.
No.
Eli was lucky on the defensive side. No, Eli was very lucky on the defensive side.
No.
Phillip Rivers had the offensive guys.
Bums. That's
on defense.
The conclusion.
No, so I have to answer who Eli played with on the level of the guys that you gave me.
With that one
I give you
I have an all-time defensive player on my side. But if you give me someone that's really, really multi-pro Bowl player who was very good at that time,
Mike, you named me a guy who didn't play with him.
So the whole argument's invalid then, right?
You name me a guy who didn't play with him. The whole argument's
invalid then.
No, I'm
so
providing...
the whole argument is invalid because I made a mistake.
No, I'm giving you another opportunity.
And I gave you Sean Merriman.
Sean Merriman is as good of a defensive player as Michael Strahan? Then don't give me that.
No. So again, but Eli didn't play with
Eli played with Michael Strahan.
His entire career,
how Eli had Michael Strahan until when did Michael Strahan retire? 2012?
They have 1 Super Bowl together. 1. Because he retired after they won the first one.
Michael Strahan played with Eli from 03 to 08. That's 5 years. That's a whole contract. And Michael Strahan was a big reason they won that fucking Super Bowl too. I'm saying you're trying to invalidate my argument when I'm doing the same thing you did. When you asked me to name players that Phillip Rivers played with that are on the same level as Eli, I couldn't find one
on the same side of the ball.
Now we changed. I'm just naming defense because Eli. I did. You want to know why I did? Do you know why I did? I went to the defensive side of the ball because Eli wasn't lucky to play with the offensive players, but Phillip wasn't lucky enough to play with the defensive players that Eli played with. Eli played with really good defensive players. Really good defensive players. And you can't deny that. It's just he was lucky on the other side of the ball where Phillip wasn't. Phillip had good defenses. He played with very good defenses, but did he play with better players than Eli did? No, he did not. Better defensive units than Eli did? No, he did not. Better coach than Eli did? No. Yes. He played. Who did Phillip Rivers play for that was better than Tom Coughlin? Norv Turner? No, thank you. No, thank you.
Better than Coughlin, no. But playing with Marty Schottenheimer was just
as an offensive coordinator.
No, he's a head coach. He was a head coach when
Schottenheimer was not a good head coach compared to Coughlin. No.
Coughlin's got the rings, so it's.
Coughlin has the career to do it.
Schottenheimer had a great career. He just never won the big one.
Schottenheimer's career is mainly known for for being a play caller, not like a great head coach.
He won everywhere he went. He just didn't win the Super Bowl. Like Phillip Rivers, he just never got to the big one.
Phillip is also a victim of just fucking divine intervention. getting interceptions, and then the guy, instead of going down, goes to return it, and then he fumbles. Like, that's just God talking. That's just God talking. Now I've riled up Mike.
Because
Eli
everyone
stinks.
stinks.
Eli stinks. Eli stinks. Nope, not everybody, just Eli.
And Jalen Hurts.
I think Jalen Hurts is not very good. But again, these things usually work themselves out. Every time I point something out like that, when those guys start to leave, the real version of that player shows up.
Mm-hmm.
All we've ever known is Jalen to have fucking Bugattis around him from college to now. And when he didn't, he wasn't very good.
His rookie season.
Was he very good?
His rookie season.
No, his second year too.
When they got to the playoffs.
Yeah, and they lost, and they got the doors blown off them by Tampa. Yeah.
So they were good enough to get to the playoffs. Then.
Yes. Do you remember the NFC East at that time? The bad division that was? Yes.
Everybody stinks.
Yeah, when your division stinks,
tried and true reason.
You win the division because everybody else doesn't win enough games.
Everyone stinks.
Mike, does the AFC South stink?
Nothing else fails.
Does the AFC South stink?
Yes, the AFC South stinks.
Because everybody has a losing record for the most part, right? Except for the one team that doesn't, right?
So are you gonna? Does Houston just stink, or are they in a bad division?
Again, this is a prime example of you not listening to the things that I say. I said everybody in that team besides one team has a losing record, right?
You are not listening to me then, if that's what you took from that.
Mike, you said, then what is Houston? I said, I just pointed out what Houston would have been in that instance. That goes back to you not listening to
I'm asking you the equivalency of what we're talking about. I said the second year that the Eagles went to the playoffs, they were good enough to be a playoff team. Your response to that was the division stinks. So I asked you, are they a good team or not? You then said the AFC South stinks, right? I said yes. And I said, so does that mean Houston stinks? Because Houston is clearly the best team in that division.
So you can make arguments for that.
Regardless if we want to argue this.
You can make an argument for Houston stinking.
Colts, I don't care who you think is the best team in the division.
I'm not going based off of that. I'm going based off of if the division was better, Houston might not be a playoff team.
Does that team stink is what I'm asking you.
They could be the best of the worst.
But does that team stink, regardless of what? Because they don't play all 17 against their division. They have to play other teams.
No, I understand. But 6 of those wins come from that division.
But 6 of those wins don't come from that division because they don't win all 6. The Texans, Houston, I believe, did. I don't know if they went 6-0 last year.
I believe
the Colts got them last year.
If they didn't, even still, it's 5, right? So that's still over a third of their schedule is done, right? So, like, a team has to come out of the bad division, right? That's the only way it happens. We've seen teams with losing records get into the playoffs.
Was that the case with Houston in this example?
No, but they went and immediately lost.
Then it's
irrelevant. You could say they stink. You can say they stink.
Because only one team wins the Super Bowl, Dylan. Like, everyone loses in the playoffs except one team. Does that mean
I don't
the playoff teams
this always turns into Dylan thinks everybody stinks, but
because it's always Dylan.
But you think everybody's
stinks.
good, and that's just wrong.
You think everyone stinks.
You think everybody's good, and that's just wrong.
Everyone is not bad. Like,
most of the teams are. That's what you fail to realize. Not everybody's good. Most teams stink. Most teams stink, Mike.
So again, the playoff teams stink too.
There are playoff teams that stink. We have seen losing records get into the playoffs.
Was that the case last year with Houston?
No, you said playoff teams stink. I gave you an example when teams really did get into the playoffs.
We're talking about Houston. Like, you're bringing all of this in. We're talking about the Texans. The Texans
you just moved it to. You said playoff teams stink. I gave you an example of playoff teams stinking, and then you moved it to Houston.
Do the Texans stink? Did the Texans last year in that bad division, did they stink?
Yes. Now what?
Then I will revert back to what I said because I disagree with you, and you
want to know why they stink? I'll break down why they stink.
That Everyone stinks. Everyone
You
stinks.
want to know why they stunk last
Only
year?
one team wins the Super Bowl, but everyone stinks.
And it's never the team that stinks. Imagine me saying the Chiefs stink. The Chiefs don't stink. They lost the Super Bowl. I didn't say they
I'm
stink
surprised
at
you
all.
said- I'm stunned by that.
No, that's just hyperbole on your part. Like,
The
you're just saying
Commanders
shit to
stink?
say shit.
Commanders stink.
Oh, the Commanders got waxed.
I
I also don't think the Commanders were very good. They won games. How many good teams did they play last year that they won? Again, it's all based on who you fucking play.
We're gonna go on a circle.
They were the
just gonna go
good.
on a
They were
circle.
the bad good team. They were the
We're
team
gonna
that
go on a
shouldn't have
circle.
been there and won games. They shouldn't have been there. But instead of, oh, Dylan, let me. Can you explain your logic why you think these teams stink? It's nope. You stink. They stink. Every team is good. We live in this like cookie cutter like candy. Everybody gets a fucking trophy. That's you.
No, that's not. But I
It's
don't
you.
think that in a league with 30 teams that 4 are good and 26 stink. That just
No, that's
that
not
does
the
make
split I would
sense.
do. That's not the
It
split I
doesn't
would
make
do.
sense.
That's not the split I would do at all. I'd say 10 are good, and then 20 stink. 10 and no, that's mean. That's mean. No, I'd probably say half the league stinks. Half the league stinks. That's where I'll draw the flag. 15 and 15.
10 is actually about how you usually go.
No, but then I'm like, wait, no, that there's too many. Like, I got the AFC, and then I have the NFC. I'm like, no, we'll do 15. We'll do 15. Half the league stinks. Does half the league finish with a losing record? I think more than half the league finishes with a losing record for the most part. So yeah, it's safe to say that like half the league sucks. You also think the Titans are good, so what was it? 9 wins? Titans 9 win last year.
That's
Yeah, we leave Tennessee alone, man.
Oh, I was wrong. I acknowledge I was
Super
wrong.
Bowl, right?
I know. Listen, and here I am telling you right now, the fucking Jets
such an
suck.
equivalent. Such an equivalent that I
Listen.
said Tennessee would win 9 wins.
Mike, you
and
think
they
the Titans are
didn't.
good this
You
year?
said they were going to win the Super Bowl. It's the same thing.
Listen, Mike, here's the difference between mine and yours. You said they were going to win 9 games. I said we were going to win the Super Bowl. We didn't win the Super Bowl. That's perfectly fine. You guys finished with the worst record in football and earned the number 1 pick. As bad as the Jets have been in my lifetime, they have never had that pick. Never had that pick.
You are 1 game away from that pick. One game.
Who got it?
Again, we're
Who
sitting
got
here and we're trying to act like it's equal
Who
and
got
it's
it?
the same, and it's not.
Who got
Dylan.
it?
Like you're just being oblivious and trying to be black and white,
Who got
acting
it,
like
though?
the Jets going to the Super Bowl and then finishing with tied for the second, like the 5th
Did we?
worst
Did we
record
tie?
in the
We didn't.
league. Like that is unbelievably
But
bad.
who finished with the worst?
Unbelievably bad.
Who finished with the worst?
But again,
Who? No. Answer the question.
No,
Answer the
they
question.
had the
Mike.
worst record in the league, Dylan. But again,
Who did it?
No,
Who?
I didn't even pick them
Who?
to make the playoffs, Dylan.
Who?
Okay, so we're gonna move
Say
on
it.
because now you're being a prick. The Titans had the worst record in football.
Appreciate
You know
you.
that. I know that.
I definitely
But
do that.
Again, I didn't even.
This
pick
goes back
Tennessee
to
to
you
win.
not acknowledging when teams
So,
stink.
that's
I
what-
acknowledge teams stink. This
Yeah.
team right here
Oh, I'll keep going. Go
stinks.
ahead.
Stinks. And I
We're not
acknowledge
talking-
it.
We're not talking about them this year, though, are we? We're talking about
because
last
they
year,
stink.
correct? We're talking about last year, though, correct?
I'm talking last year they sucked too. I was telling you they sucked last year. Was it after I predicted them to win the Super Bowl?
Really?
Yup.
Really?
Yup.
You was telling me this because I have it in here that you thought that they were going to win they were going to win the Super Bowl.
This
They were
is
gonna
how
have the
I know you
culture
don't listen to what I say. What did I just say, Mike? Answer me that. What did I just say?
That I said that they stink halfway through the season.
No, again, you don't listen to what I say. This is
What
my
did you say,
problem with
Dylan?
you, sir.
What did you say, Dylan? Tell me what
I
you said
said-
that's different from what I said.
I said I told you the Jets stink. Granted, it was after I already picked them to win the Super Bowl, but I told you the Jets stink. When did
So
I
the-
mention halfway through the year?
So acknowledging that
When
they
did I
stink.
mention halfway through the year?
You never did.
I thank you.
You never
So
did.
are we
You
gonna?
never
When are we
did.
gonna start listening to what I say?
You never did. You are absolutely right.
When do we? This is
Is
like
there,
my biggest
is there
problem.
anything else that you want to say to invalidate the fact that you were wrong? Absolutely. And your wrong is worse than my wrong. Which
Did
is
I
what this
say I
whole
was wrong? I did, right? I acknowledge that I was wrong. Did I?
No,
did?
I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to stop
did?
talking. Every time I talk, you talk. So go ahead.
Mike, it's very difficult to do that when there's a slight delay. If you like to speak, I will let you speak. That's my fault.
Every time I'm mid-sentence, you talk. So I'll wait.
That's because I'm trying to time it. So I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mike. I don't want to be a dickhead like that. So I'm sorry.
All I'm saying is you picking the Jets to win the Super Bowl, Saleh to win Coach of the Year, Aaron Rodgers to win MVP. All of that is putting ridiculous expectations of what you thought that team was going to be, and for them to finish with the record that they did is completely worse than me picking the Titans to win 9 wins, not make the playoffs, and then finishing with 4 wins. Those two are not the same. It is not the same, and it's not close. But you want to act like it's close, but it's not close. All you're trying to do is, well, they didn't make the playoffs, you didn't make the playoffs. They didn't make the playoffs, you didn't make the playoffs. It's not close. It's not even close how wrong that pick, yours and Rodgers' picks was, because it's not equal. That is the point.
Excellent. My turn. Before I go, I gave you that minute. Again, I apologize, but we need to start listening to the things that I say, because it's my problem with everybody in the chat. Roz ignores what I say and doesn't answer questions. You just make up shit that I say and then don't listen to what I say. So we should start doing that.
I listen to what you say.
Thank you, Anthony. I appreciate you. 2 things. The reason why I say your Titans pick is worse is because I was wrong. I admitted I was wrong. And I own that I was wrong, right? We don't acknowledge me saying that I'm wrong, apparently. It's cool. We always say Dylan just ignores it and it's fucking rat poison, right? Even though I admit when I'm fucking wrong all the fucking time, because I'm not perfect, even though I'm right about most things. But in this instance here, what makes it worse is, as wrong as I was, you guys still earned the first pick in the fucking draft. The first pick of the draft. No matter how bad the Jets are or have been, expectations being as high as they are, expectations being as low as they are, I have never seen a number 1 overall Jet pick in my fucking life. And here we are, where, yep, I had expectations. You had expectations too, but your expectations weren't met just as bad as mine were. The only difference is you guys were the worst team in fucking football. You went from a 9-win team to the fucking 3-win team, earning the number 1 team in the fucking number 1 pick in the NFL draft. You don't just get that shit without trading for it. You earn that shit unless you trade for it. That's what the fucking Titans did. And the entire time throughout the year, you refused to acknowledge the Titans being bad. You refused to acknowledge it until it was staring you in your fucking face. Then you had no choice but to acknowledge it. So this goes back to you don't think enough teams stink. You think every team is good until you cannot deny that they aren't. You have to wait. You don't like to see it happening. I see it happening. And I'm mostly right. Just like I'm mostly right about the quarterbacks who fucking sit there and play with these elite teams, and then when they don't have those fucking weapons anymore, the focus, don't have the fucking weapons anymore, they're bad. I haven't been wrong about those. Again, I acknowledge the Jets suck. I will always acknowledge the Jets suck when they suck. I will probably do it beforehand, like I did this year. Where I said they're fucking stink. They fucking stink. Justin Fields stinks too. And I've been on that train since the day it fucking happened. We need to stop being nice to these teams. We need to be mean to them and let them know they suck. He does. How many passes did he complete on Sunday, Anthony?
How many passes did he complete last Sunday? So,
I don't care about that. I'm asking about the game that just happened. Because
yeah, one good game.
Bad players have good games. Shit happens. Jimmy G had them all the time, right?
Yeah, but we had one good game from Justin Fields and one bad game, all right?
He had the single greatest game of Justin Fields' career followed by the single worst game of Justin Fields' career.
Correct.
I'm pretty confident I know what Justin Fields is because I've watched his career. I know what to expect. You guys, I made this comparison on Sunday, Mike. You're not going to like this, but you're going to be like, fuck, he's got a point. Justin Fields is Cam Reddish. He has all the potential of the world. A lot of the league loves him for the idea, but in all actuality, he's not very good. Mike, how far off am I? How far off am I?
I see the line.
All the potential in the world, can be great, has all the tools, has everything. Can never put them together. Bounces from team to team. And underperforms.
I feel like Justin Fields has had a better career than Cam Reddish.
He's on his Cam Reddish Laker tour right now, where Cam Reddish just averaged like at that one stretch like 12 points a game, and then just like found himself not on the fucking team because he ended up getting hurt. We're right there. We're right there. The idea of Justin Fields is better than the reality of Justin Fields. And Anthony, you love the idea of Justin Fields. The reality of Justin Fields, he's now
still time, man.
No, there's not.
Still
we
time.
don't have a lot of time. We don't have a lot of time.
Yeah, what are you talking about? It's week 2.
These weeks are going to go by. They're going to go by faster and faster. And time's going to run away. You're going to blink. Listen, I'm going to blink, and my son's 11 years old in 50 minutes. Blink. Time moves.
That's because you're old.
You're 40.
I'm not 40.
You're 40. I'm 20 years old. Sorry. Time blinks. And we're going to get to week 8, and Anthony's going to say, Justin Fields needs more time. Time's up.
Hey, that might be the scenario. If I can't make a decision by week 8 on what I see on the field, I'm going to say I need more time.
You don't need more time. His career's done, if that's the case. He's going to be a career backup. Can't defend him. Because if you offensive line played good, he did not. Tanner Engstrom, Garrett Wilson was more open than every fucking receiver in football this week. Literally more open than everyone. They have a graph. I showed it.
That graph is also, again, like you did with the other. It's loaded because
it's not loaded. It tells you exactly what it is.
Not. It also lacks context as well because
it doesn't tell the whole story at all.
Yeah, it doesn't because there were other receivers that were on there that weren't as high as Garrett, but that were also wide open. And
then you don't understand what the graph is.
What was your purpose of putting the graph?
The graph is separation created as well as depth of target or depth of route run. The farther you are right is the more open you are. The higher you are is the deeper you run your routes. Garrett Wilson was right around like that middle area where he was like in that 5 to 10 yard, and then he was all the way to the right.
Yes, I'm looking at it right now. So again, I asked. So what is the point of putting that up? It's saying that they weren't giving him the ball, or what was the point of?
The point of that is to show what I corroborated on Sunday when I was talking about Fields, where he was holding the ball way too long and making bad throws. That's what my problem was with Justin Fields. Where if Garrett Wilson is more open than anybody in football during the week, and we can't get him the ball, that's a problem. To only have 3 completions and Garrett to have, I think, 3 or 4 targets is wild. Because the second he could have had a catch, but the ball got thrown above his head and then behind him.
Okay.
It's tough.
I don't know how many catches. There's the second receiver on this list is Zay Flowers.
He was wide open. Well, that's not catches. That's just open. being wide
I'm
open.
saying
Yeah.
wide open. He's second on here, but I don't know what his targets were.
Targets,
I
I
will
don't know,
tell
but
you
I can get you stats.
I'm pulling it up right now. Okay, no, he had 11 targets, 7 catches.
Yeah. You have to find your way to get your guys the ball.
Sam Laporta is next. I feel like he was getting the ball too. I feel like he was even.
I mean, they scored 52 fucking points.
I would say I'm sure he got the ball because they were just
3 catches for 26 yards, but he had other guys who were just catching the fuck out of the football. Actually, no, they ran the football a lot. Amon-Ra had 9 catches, which is you could, in the way you look at that, if your quarterback's completing a ton of passes, that's fine. But when Fields completes only 3, and you find out that Garrett's open more, that's a problem. He shouldn't only have 3 completions.
He also only threw the ball 11 times.
Yeah, do you want to know why they stopped throwing the ball?
Why?
Because he held on to the ball too long, and then they just tried to establish the run. They're like, we're not getting anything.
I was sick of that. I thought they were trying to run the ball.
No, they couldn't run the ball either. But that's because they stacked the box. They stacked the box and fucking the corners crashed down on the run. It's exactly how they used to play Zach Wilson. I know it fucking inside and out. I have nightmares. It's exactly what I said was going to happen. Before the season started, where Anthony's like, "Oh, they're going to run the fuck out of the football." I was like, "Yeah," until they stack the box and we have to throw. It's not like this Bills defense is this elite defense. It's not. It's a really good defense, but it's not like shit. Like we can't do anything. The Steelers defense is better. Maybe the Steelers defense is a bunch of fucking frauds. Who knows?
I mean, he went 3 for 11 in the 3-ish quarters that he played.
Quarters, Mike. He went out with 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
He threw it 11 times. He ran it 5 times. That just, to me, seems like the offense wasn't doing anything because Brees ran it 10 times, and then that's it.
He also fumbled twice.
Okay. Well, I'm glad he's gone. You have Tyrod now. So
we're getting fucking demolished. Tampa with the cream school jerseys, $1 billion. $1 billion. They're gonna score $1 billion because our defense fucking sucks too.
Insane.
You don't think they're gonna win by $1 billion?
No, I'm talking about your ridiculous takes on Justin Fields. Like he can't do anything good. He can't do anything. He does something good. Oh, dead clock is right twice a day. Has a bad game. That's what it's all.
But Mike, don't do that to me.
But
I acknowledged him. Don't do that.
My point is the energy is never the same.
It's exactly the same.
It's not the same.
I gave
the way you're yelling and complaining, and he's the worst, and all of this. When he had the great game in week 1, you said, "I'm pleasantly surprised."
And I gave him every bit of prop I could give him. And then I even came on the show that Sunday and said, if this is the Justin Fields that I get every week, sign him now.
And what was the end of that sentence?
I don't remember. What was the end of that sentence?
I don't think it is.
I don't think it is.
So that's not keeping the same energy, Dylan.
It is very much the same energy. The problem is
he's playing bad, and now you're like, that's what I thought. That's it right there. He stinks.
If anything,
bad.
I'm being consistent. If anything, I'm being consistent because I've been consistent on my point of Justin Fields since March when we signed him. If anything, I'm being consistent. Was I pleasantly surprised? Yes. Did I give him his props? Yes. You have to prove it to me that you could do that more. Because all he did was give me what I thought I was going to get in week 1. The problem is he set an expectation and then immediately did the opposite. Is that not fair?
I'm not debating whether or not he's good or not to you. I can't convince you of that. You have your opinion, and that's what it is. My argument is is the energy being the same in regards to it's very much so. I'm going to show you this, that, why he was bad. It's the worst he ever played. He stinks. I knew he stinks. Everything. I knew I was right. When he had the good game, even a few minutes ago, you said, maybe the Steelers stink. Like it again dilutes what he did because you just revert back to, well, was it good or did the Steelers just stink? Like it. Why can't it just be he played good and leave it at that? If you said that he played good, I was surprised, but he played great, and I'll take it. And then this week he stinks, and this is what I thought, I'd be fine with it. But you've given excuses when he played good, and it's just a matter of fact when he plays bad. That's to me where it's not keeping.
I'm not trying to give it, but it's like when comparing Buffalo and Pittsburgh. Who is supposed to have the better defense of the two? Pittsburgh, right? Against that better defense, we were significantly better than we were against Buffalo, right? These are facts, unmitigated facts, black and white, right? Which leads me to believe, well, if we played worse against the worst defense, what actually was Pittsburgh? Because clearly, we aren't that team. If a worse team made us look the complete opposite, right? Yeah. And then after the win and all how he played, I posted in the chat that this was Justin Fields' best game of his career. I posted the same amount of stuff that I did this week with the loss. Like nothing new here. The only thing is I'm standing firm on my opinion. On that, I don't think Fields is the guy. I'm ready to be wrong and tell you guys I'm wrong and you guys were right. Like, I want to do that. I don't think I'm going to because I'm standing on what I see and I'm standing on my opinion for it. Again, ready to be wrong. Ready to be proven wrong because I want a franchise quarterback. I've never had one. Thought I had one in 2008. I didn't have one. I've never had one. I would like to be wrong. It's cool to have that guy. I don't know what that's like. So if I'm wrong, perfect. You guys can have it. Whatever. I don't know if I'm going to be wrong.
I also don't think the gap between Pittsburgh and Buffalo. Buffalo does not have a bad defense.
No, but it's not as good as Pittsburgh's.
But to make it seem like because Buffalo's defense, which played very well in that game, like they just stink. And taking into context, week 2 is always a crapshoot week because now everyone is like week 1 is a mystery. Nobody knows what you're gonna run. Nobody knows if you got bet. Like that's why week 1 is always crazy. Week 2 is always just as dramatic of overreactions you can have to week 1. You can also have to week 2 because now everyone's game plan. You're going to try and do what you did in week 1. So now everyone's going to game plan week 2 completely. Like it's week 2 is just as hard as week 1 because everyone's going to adjust to what people were doing to them. And they're going to try and tinker. Like we don't know. There's still secrets. And week 2 is a hard week. This is why I didn't want to pick week 2 because week 2 is a hard week to pick because you don't know what teams are yet. Buffalo might very well have a very, very good defense. We might find out that, man, that Buffalo defense is actually really good. We don't know that yet. So to dramatically just matter-of-factly just like I understand what you're saying because I also think Pittsburgh still has a better defense than Buffalo. But I'm of the mindset that I thought Buffalo has a pretty good defense. Like,
Pittsburgh's supposed to be a top 5 defense.
I think Buffalo has a top 12 defense.
That's like a third.
I don't think that gap.
The 5 to 12 gap, that's a big gap.
But when you throw in the week 1 surprises and stuff like
I think we were just a week 1 surprise.
That's what I'm.
That's the thing.
I think what I'm trying to say is the gap between how the Jets played in week 1 and how they played in week 2. I don't think the Jets are closer to week 2. I think the Jets are somewhere in the middle of that. Offensively, they'll be somewhere close. I don't think the Jets are that bad.
I think the defense, the
I
Jets
don't think
defense is exactly what they are.
Well, no, but I'm talking off. We're talking offense. I'm talking offense. I don't think the Jets' offense is as bad as they played in week. I just don't. They as much as I tease it, there's weapons there. Garrett Wilson is still an elite receiver. I still think Breece Hall is still really
Yeah,
good
I still
running
do
back.
too. I do too.
So like I and your tight end is like I thought.
No, our tight end stinks. Our tight end
I don't
stinks.
know, man.
Our tight end's fucking terrible.
I will tell you this. That boy's slow.
Well, yes.
That boy's slow.
He's also a bad blocker and drops passes. We haven't seen it yet.
That boy's slow. But in a goal line situation, I wouldn't mind having, all he got to do is run 2 yards. That's all he got to do. I don't know. I can't speak to him dropping passes. You would know that better than me. I don't know
the starting Jeremy Ruckert was going to get cut this year.
But I don't think he has it the times that the minutes. I don't want to say minutes.
It's definitely minutes.
Well, no, because I watched a lot of the Steelers game. I watched a lot of that game. The Buffalo game, not so much. But
he came up with big plays.
I see him.
And every Jet fan was fucking shocked. Every Jet fan was fucking shocked.
I see him. So again, I watched a lot of the Steeler game. He didn't look bad in that Steeler game. Buffalo game looks like he was trash, but I don't
That's
know
more what he is.
I don't know
I can tell you his 3-year career, that's what he is. Or 4-year career. That's what he is. He stinks.
He's out of his rookie.
He was a teammate of Justin Fields at Ohio State.
Yeah, they're the same. I thought he was
all of the players that start that are from Ohio State played with Justin Fields, and that's why they're there.
I thought he was younger than
the starting center. They created an artificial center battle between the guy who's playing guard right now because AVT got hurt and the starting center because they wanted the guy from Ohio State to start.
I mean, it's not. I understand it.
Yeah, it's the power of friendship. The Jets are operating on the fucking power of friendship, and I hate it.
It worked for the Knicks.
It doesn't work everywhere. It doesn't work everywhere.
It worked for the Knicks.
So I think we got the right offensive guy. I just don't think we have the right guy running the offense. I mean, the right quarterback running the offense. And we're not doing him any favors by not having him have another decent wide receiver.
Yes, I think that hurts.
That hurts. It very much so hurts. And that's a fucking failure on the Jets for not doing that.
Unless you get your boy Lazard, but
he sucks.
I know. I'm trolling.
I was gonna say, did you watch any of that Bills game?
A little bit.
Did you see him just let guys run by him on the run plays?
No.
He was out there strictly to block. He didn't run a single route the entire game. He went out there on 4 different plays to block for the run. He lines up, and the corner just goes that way, and he just stood there. I was like, you're supposed to be a blocking wide receiver. You're not blocking. Get him out of the fucking game.
All right. Let's get to the main event. My voice is going, so let's
Mike, I'm sorry I made you mad.
I hate everything about you.
Good. Oh, let me show you this.
Really?
I got this when I was at SummerSlam. They had the Jet colors and the Giant colors. Which one do you think I got?
Can't wait till he's gone so I don't have to deal with this anymore.
I was going to buy a shirt. And I'm like, nope, I'm not that guy, but I will be this guy.
Let's get to, you know what we need to do? We need to get a graphic for this because it's the best part of the show, man.
It's my favorite part of the show.
The best part of the show. You know what time it is, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for fantasy.
Oh boy.
Let's take this.
Let that beat build.
This should be fun.
All right. We're here. Week 3 of our weekly confidence picks. Last week, as we see, we no longer have a 4-way tie. We have a 3-way tie because Anthony decided to pick the goddamn Jets.
Leave it to Anthony to ruin it.
Ruined it. But he says he picked with integrity, and sir, nobody with integrity would have picked the fucking Jets over the Bills. But you. Shout out to myself, Mike, and Roz for going perfect.
Keeping the dream alive.
Keeping the dream alive. Especially shout out to me, seeing how I had to pick last, and still had to pick the toughest games.
Listen,
still made it out.
Shout out to me for picking the Niners with a backup quarterback.
Mike, let me tell you something.
I need some credit.
My
man,
you get absolutely no credit, Mike. Sit your ass down.
Everybody and their mother was picking the fucking Niners because I would have picked the Niners too if I had the team.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here, Mike. You get no credit for that at all.
My 3 games were just fucking barn burners.
I'm sitting here fighting for my life watching the Cowboys.
Oh yeah, to be fair,
I'll give you credit for that. I'll give you credit.
Nobody expected Joe Burrow to just die, and then nobody expected Cowboys Giants to be a fucking shootout. However, the Patriots and the Dolphins. That game was also a fucking wild game where we had
that was a wild game.
Back-to-back kick return, punt return touchdowns. Mike Vrabel's following the fucking Antonio Gibson up and down the sidelines, getting gassed up. Bucks were in a fucking nail biter until the last 8 seconds of the fucking game, and then the Packers just beat the shit out of the fucking Commanders, which I wanted to put as my 3, but I end up coming out unscathed anyway. Yeah, so, as we see, I didn't put the single individual week totals here. I added them up.
It's fine.
12. 10 for Anthony. 12 for Mike. And 12 for Roz. So, Anthony didn't get to be part of the random wheel spin because he was clearly last place for this week. Still has a chance because there is a lot of football left. But I do want to point out that Anthony is picking last.
Fuck you.
We still understand that Anthony is picking last.
And we'll be complaining forever.
And then trying to call integrity when the man picked the Raiders to lose to the Chargers, but wants to talk about integrity. So, with that being said, Roz is not here, but Roz ended up winning the wheel spin this week. He ended up picking first. Dylan switched the slide. Thank you. We're here for Roz's 3-pointer. He picked the Bills over the Dolphins.
Put a cupcake picture up.
Anthony, if you could, you would.
I would put a cupcake picture up.
You would pick the Bills over the Dolphins too.
That's not true at all.
You are full of shit, sir. Next, for his number 2 pick, he picked the Seattle Seahawks over the New Orleans Saints for his 2, and then for his 1,
that's actually a
Mike is just blushing at these picks. Jesus Christ,
is a rough one.
So I as we're here, I can see Roz's strategy for the year and why we need to get him out of first place. I can already see his strategy for the year. He's gonna go with whoever the Saints are playing, pick against.
And he's gonna pick and is doing the whoever offense on the Dolphins, and I don't appreciate it.
The only thing is, I don't know about the Eagles game.
That's a tough one.
That one's a little.
He clearly is gonna pick the Eagles every week until he can.
Kudos to him for picking.
But I don't think he should have picked it this week. I think
would not.
That's a risky one.
I would have stayed away from that. I'm very shocked that the Eagles picked this week. Because I know I wouldn't have. I know Mike feels the same way I do about the Eagles against the Eagles against the Rams because we're locked in with the Eagles and the Bucks, and those are the only 2 teams that give the Eagles fucking problems. I'm surprised anybody.
But nevertheless,
Michael,
because of the wheel, and I get to sit in this spot.
No matter what, I'm last on the wheel. No matter fucking what. I changed the order I put names in this week. I did everything. I tried to rig the wheel and it doesn't work out.
This man almost became an honorary Blagman last Monday night.
Well, I know where you're going.
And what's breaking news to me that they're breaking out the creamsicles.
Bucks by a billion.
Why would Roz not pick that game?
Because Roz has integrity. That's why.
Integrity.
Roz has integrity, and he
unlike somebody who picked against his team. Before we continue, Mike, I would just like to say Anthony in the chat tried to question my integrity today. After he doesn't have any integrity, he goes, "Oh, I know you would pick this fucking Bucks Jet game if you could." I said, "No, I'm staying away from that because despite what you all think, I don't want the Jets to lose. Even though I think they're going to, I don't want them to lose. So I'm not going
You full of shit bastard. If that game was still up, if Mike didn't pick that game, you definitely would have touched that shit.
I promise you.
You would have touched that shit. Shut the hell up, dude, you lying bastard. You would have touched that shit.
No, sir.
I give it up to Roz because I know damn well Roz was looking at the game like, yo, this is an easy one for me.
I'm
So
surprised.
I can say Roz has integrity. Because he should have put that as his number 2. Or his number 1. He should have put Seahawks number. He should have put Seahawks 1 and then the Bucks Jets number 2. I don't know why he didn't do that. Because we got that Eagles match and it's not great.
Clear blowouts. He's like, yo, the Jets about to get blown out. Picking the team facing the Jets.
Now, I love that Seahawks pick by Roz.
I do too.
I would have been on board with that game.
Damn it.
But since I cannot take it, we move on. And as we move on, because I did see we will go down to the Dirty A.
Ooh, the Dirty Birds!
We will pick those Falcons for the 2-pointer against the Carolina Panthers, who I am already convinced is the worst team in football. Because I do think
I disagree.
I think the Saints are a little better than them.
Mike, I don't think you watched the last 5 minutes of that game against the Cardinals.
Let me tell you something about the Cardinals.
No, come on. Like, come on.
Let me tell you something about the Cardinals, Anthony.
Oh, come on.
The Cardinals are
What's the deal?
not a very good team.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ!
They were in.
I just.
How much did they beat the Saints by? Like fucking like a score?
Barely.
So I watched that game. I saw Bryce Young lead 2 scoring drives. They got an offside. They recovered the ball. They recovered the ball on the onside kick. And he almost won them the game with 5 minutes left. He just went nuclear. Like that Bryce Young from the latter half of last year, I feel like he's there. I feel like it's coming out again.
No, he wasn't in the first half. So
no, but like the last 5 minutes, he was dealing. He was dealing.
And the Cardinals aren't the Falcons.
So the Falcons are that much better than the Cardinals?
Yes.
I'm sorry. Last time I checked, the Cardinals were 2. Never mind.
So
not all wins are created equal.
They're not. I am of the mindset. You've been following us and listening to us. You probably know one of my favorite sayings is the best offense sometimes is a good defense. I am actively trying to go back-to-back this year with the Knicks. In order to do that, I have to play some defense and keep some games away from Dylan.
Fuck, no, fuck you. Don't do that.
And even though I probably should have this as my 2-pointer, I'm actually not as confident in this game. But I know who I'm not confident in, and that's Joe Flacco. Give me those Packers for 1 point.
Fuck you.
Give me those Packers. Take that
Damn
away
it,
from
Mike.
Dylan. Make Dylan go pick that Baltimore game.
fucking Baltimore game. You're crazy.
Bucks.
We're gonna be Anthony pick that Baltimore game because guess what? For my number 3 pick, I'm going with an oldie but a goodie. Mike is completely against picking this team for the rest of the year. I'm not. That team fucking stinks. Give me the Kansas City Chiefs versus the New York Football Giants.
Never picking a Giants game again. No.
Oh my god. I almost wanted to make a difficult pick here because there's one game here that I currently don't understand at all.
There's a couple games that I don't.
It's that Bengals-Vikings game.
Bengals-Vikings games, I don't know what's going to happen in that game.
I wanted to pick them, but I have no idea. I also wanted to pick the Commanders, but I'm hearing shit about Jaden Daniels.
Yeah. I don't think they're good enough to beat Vegas. I don't think they're good enough to beat them without him.
Yeah, I don't know. So I'm
gonna
go ahead and
a lot of bitching here right now.
Don't worry, Anthony. You'll have your chance. Give me a team that Anthony loves. Give me the Colts over the Titans for my number 2.
Oh, that's a good pick right there. That's a good one.
It's fine.
Then
Mike, I give you props for not picking that game, by the way.
Because we have integrity.
I'm going to let you in on a secret. Unless I know Tennessee's going to win, I'm not picking any Tennessee game. And I probably still won't pick Tennessee game if I get to there.
No, I give you props for not picking the game as far as Colts over Tennessee.
I'm never going to pick a team to beat my Tennessee. It's not gonna
shit, I did last week.
Not one time this year. I can promise you.
And my number 1 pick, because I just said this team stinks, give me the San Francisco 49ers over the Arizona Cardinals.
I didn't want you to pick that because I wanted to force Anthony to pick since he believes in them so much. Since he believes in the Cardinals so much.
Stupid.
The reason I took that, the other games are kind of really difficult.
I can't wait to see this.
I'm very interested in what his 3 is going to be. So, Anthony, the floor is yours.
I mean, it's got to be the Raiders, right?
It's got to be the Raiders.
Because CJ Stroud stinks. Remember, CJ stinks, so he can't pick.
Anthony's either going to pull out a fucking incredible week, or he's going to dig himself a hole.
It's gonna be fun. They can't wait for this. Yep, look it over. There's nothing easy.
It's just nothing easy.
Nothing easy. Go ahead, pick Baltimore.
I'm gonna start with. Okay, I'll just start with the 3. I'm looking at 2 games. I was like, all right, I like this one the most. My number 3, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with the Raiders. Raiders over Commanders for the 3 pick.
Here we go.
My number 2 pick, I'm gonna go with. Yeah, I'll go with Detroit over the Baltimore Ravens for number 2.
Dylan, we're gonna
and my one pick is going to be the Jags over the Texans. That's my one pick right there.
Listen, he's consistent, if anything, but boy, that's a terrible fucking pick. That's a terrible pick. That Jags team gonna get destroyed by the fucking Texans defense.
Because Sunshine ain't it.
No, Sunshine just don't got protection.
Sunshine ain't it.
And that defense stinks.
Their defense ain't
well, I haven't seen anything from the Texans that actually scares me away from the so I'm just gonna be honest.
Just don't watch the fucking football game. Man. That's crazy.
I do. I haven't seen anything remarkable from the Texans at all.
You don't need to be remarkable to beat the Jags.
And also, here's a fun fact, Dylan. Jags should have won that game last week. That wasn't on Trevor Lawrence. Their wide receiver one is actually having a pretty horrible fucking year, and nobody seems to know why. He's just playing awful. Brian Thomas Jr. is playing fucking awful. And we don't know why.
So it's like there's
well, AJ Brown is not getting the ball. He's just not getting the ball. Like I can't. I don't even know what season AJ Brown's had. He's just not being targeted. Like,
well, I can answer your Brian Thomas Jr. Question. He's scared to go across the middle. Because he's thin. He's real tiny. He's thin. He's a little light in the pants, as Mike would say.
Thank you.
Hey, pause.
A little light in the pants. So there's that. I don't like that game. That's a game I was going to stay away from. But I do think Houston promptly trounces them because their defense is fucking horrible. Nico Collins plus 125 against the fucking Jaguars. Anthony, are we being serious?
Like I said before, this Jags team should easily be 2-0 right now. The Texans haven't won a fucking game. They didn't look good against the Rams, and they played like one good half against the fucking Buccaneers. Why are we all of a sudden propping up this Texans team like there's some dangerous squad?
One, they played against
the Jags have literally played more quarters of better football than them.
They've also played dog shit. Like, who you play matters. Like, why?
So Bengals are dog shit?
Their defense sucks. Yes, we've been saying this for, what, an hour and a half ago we were talking about the fucking defense sucking. We've been talking about the entire offseason the defense sucking. And last year we were talking about the defense sucking.
But whose offense is better?
The Dolphins are horrendous.
I'm not talking about the Dolphins. I'm talking about the Bengals. Their offense is extremely good.
Did Joe Burrow play all game?
They still put up 27 points. Jamar Chase still had 4.
That's a problem.
Jamar Chase still.
If Jake Browning is still scoring, how many points did they fucking score? Jake Browning.
It's like,
where's this fucking Bengal game? 31. Back and you don't. Jake Browning put up 31 on the Jaguars. If you don't think this starting Houston Texans team can't put up 31 when they just put up 19 against a really good Tampa Bay team, you're crazy.
So what's going to happen when that line folds like it did the past 2 games?
Who do the Jaguars have that's going to make that line fold?
Pretty sure Josh Allen's going to give him some problems there.
I promise you, they're going to be okay. They're going to be
okay. All right.
I promise you. Because let me tell you something about Josh Allen. He really ain't that. He hasn't been in like 4 years. Trayvon Walker, pretty good. But everybody else on that defense sucks. So we will see. Again, 31 to the backup Bengals quarterback.
Again, we also established that Jake Browning is actually not that bad.
He's a solid backup quarterback.
Because if he was like bad, the Bengals would have found somebody to replace him.
Solid backup quarterback is not as good as Stroud.
But a solid backup quarterback with Jamar Chase and T. Higgins can actually look a little better than what he's labeled.
Line, which is probably just as good, if not worse, than his offensive line, and a worse defense. The Houston Texans defense is a defense.
I know that. Their offense is not. Their offense is absolutely not.
Again, we're overrating the teams that the Jaguars played. And we're underrating the good teams that the Texans played. Like the Rams and the Bucks don't have really good defenses. Like, we can't do that.
He'll find out Sunday. Don't worry.
And he could be like, I picked with integrity. It don't matter. I lost it. The whole
And that is Fantasy Focus. our picks for week 3 of the season. Should be fun. Shout out to me and Dylan for our new Monday night parlays, which we almost came up. We almost came up on a lot of money.
I'm piecing together this parlay right now. Let me tell you who's number 3 pick I'm not taking in this. I'm staying away from that game. But however, the Chiefs, Bucks, and Bills will be in this parlay. I just need to find 2 other games I want to put on.
Can't wait.
Seahawks, Packers. Chiefs, Bucks, Bills, Seahawks, Packers. Let's build it right now. See what the odds are. And then we could get the fuck out of here.
Well, while you're doing that, let's recap. I don't have any clips because I don't want us to get taken down. But Canelo and Crawford. Pulse Fight Night. Man.
Belt to ass.
Me and Dylan were in the chat. I think me and Dylan were the only ones awake. Watching this fight live, I had a long day. I had done 8 hours of driving. Waiting for that fight to start was rough. Shout out to Terrence Crawford for coming out to Ilya's music, which I thought was hilarious. And yeah, we got to it. We said here last week I would know within about 3 rounds, 3-4 rounds, I'd know how this fight was gonna go, because if Bud, I think I said it on air, if Bud could take his power, Canelo's in for a long night. And we found out that Bud could take that. And boy, in me and Dylan's estimation anyway, because apparently the AI judge, a couple of the other judges, apparently this fight was a lot closer than
I gave Canelo maybe 1 round. The entire fight.
You had it real lopsided. I had 9-3.
You were being nice. You were being very nice.
I had 9-3.
You said, "Oh, Canelo hit him really hard that round." There you go.
So I had 9-3. One of the judges had it 8-4, and then the other 2 had it 7-5. And then come to find out, Bud had to win the last 2 rounds to win the fight, which is
nonsense,
insane. Including one of the judges giving Canelo the 12, which also is insane. But nevertheless,
the way Bud was just piecing him up, he goes into the first 4 rounds just like pretty decisively, just like controlling the ring, controlling everything, moving around. It really like puts into perspective the type of fighter that Canelo is, where if you're just gonna kind of sit there for him, he's gonna tee off on you. And he was getting visibly frustrated the entire fight. My favorite thing that I noticed about Canelo in this fight was round 8. He was swinging, missing, getting countered, and then he would just be like just visibly getting fucking frustrated. I'm like, oh, you lost this fight. If he doesn't sit there and exchange, you're cooked. But when they did sit there and exchange, Crawford won every exchange.
He was winning that too.
There was nothing that Canelo could have done besides knock Crawford out that would have won him this fight. He was outclassed.
It's hard to argue with that. I know how great of a fighter Canelo is. I tend to think that might have been. I can't remember. It's hard to say because he beat Spence's ass, but
he beat the shit out of Spence.
Crawford, he was so sharp. That's what I said it after the fight. That was a masterclass. He was so good. I don't know. I don't know who would have beaten him that night. Like anyone remotely in his weight class, I don't know who would have beaten him that night. He was so good. He was so sharp. His defense was so good. He was hitting, moving, blocking. He figured out that body punch that Canelo liked to do. There was nothing. That's why I tend to not as critical as you, Dylan, because I don't know what Canelo could have done in that fight. Like
Nothing.
I don't think it was for lack of trying or Canelo not looking good. I just don't know what he could have done to win that fight.
Canelo didn't look good because Crawford looked so much better.
So good. Like
I can't take away how great of a boxer that Canelo is because he's one of the greatest, right? Can't do anything about it. It's just stylistically.
It's a terrible style. It's terrible match. Just like Floyd was a horrible matchup for him, which is why he could probably get Floyd now because Floyd's 50. But like they could have fought 30 times. The way Floyd fights and the way Canelo fights, Canelo's never going to beat Floyd because Floyd's going to point him. And
Bud watched the tape.
And Bud watched the blueprint. It was the blueprint. He just added his own thing to it because he's a little more aggressive than Floyd. But
he was piecing him up, man.
He was hitting him.
And every time Canelo threw a counter, here's two. Boop, boop.
And
I'm going to throw my two. You're going to throw one. I'm going to slip. Here's three more.
And he did a good job of getting Canelo's respect, his power. Canelo respected the power. And then, like I said, once that happened, once Canelo figured out, oh, I can't bully him because he won't stay still, he was in trouble.
He was sitting there just like, let me hurt you.
That's basically what it was. And just like the output, I hate being that guy that point like you don't watch boxing because we're all watching it, but the amount of people I made a status on social media because I just couldn't believe everything that I've been seeing of people thinking Canelo won this fight, which is amazing to me. And the main thing about it was people saying that Crawford was running. And it just because that used to infuriate me with Floyd too, because I don't know what you think, not that you guys, but I don't know what you think boxing is. Where UFC. They just stand there and they just swing until someone falls. That's not boxing. It is the sweet science. That is why I've always appreciated Floyd Mayweather, because I don't think Floyd ran. I think he was overly defensive, but a lot of it was skill.
Floyd ran in other ways.
It's a skill to not. It's a skill to be able to not get hit. That is a skill.
It's the greatest skill you can have
to not get hit. Because the only other time I've seen Canelo frustrated like he was last night is when he was fighting Floyd, and I still think Floyd made him look worse, but that was also a young Canelo. But he made this man hit the microphone. He made this man swing, miss, and hit the microphone. That's the only other time I've seen Canelo that frustrated. Even when he lost to Bivol, he didn't look frustrated. He looked beaten because he knew he wasn't strong enough to beat that man.
Yep.
But it wasn't for lack of. I don't even think it was for lack of skill. Honestly, I think that he was just too big. He was just too strong. But this is the only other time. Triple G frustrated him a little bit too. Actually. Triple G frustrated.
Triple G won.
Yeah, I know. He did not. I don't think he would.
Triple G won both fights.
I think Canelo won the second fight cleanly. I think Canelo won the second fight.
Yeah, okay.
First fight.
Boxing did the boxing thing in that second fight.
First fight, I don't have a problem with the draw. Or if you want to say Triple G won the first fight, it's very close. Second fight, I think
Canelo boxing didn't want to see Canelo win. Canelo lose.
Second fight, and then Canelo did the thing where he was like, yeah, fuck you. I'm not fighting you. I'm not fighting you.
Because he knows the ref's going to give him another one.
I'm not fighting you no more. So
hurt my feelings.
So outside of the fight starting at 1:10 or whatever time it started, I was very happy. I feel like Netflix stepped their game up because
I was very surprised.
My stream was fine on Netflix.
Yep.
I missed Max Kellerman. I know a lot of
He's
people.
so good outside of the. You got to bring ass to get ass.
The one Dylan, you know, I was cracked. And I'm sitting there with my girlfriend, my dad, my uncle, and he said it, and everyone just kind of sitting there, and me and Chris just looked at each other like, "Did you hear that?" Yeah, I heard it. Yeah, okay. All right, you go for okay. And I immediately sent a message to yo, what?
Max Kellerman wilding right now.
And I will say, Max kind of was puckering up there at the end. He was landing on a little thing.
Max loves this. Like he truly loves this.
Loves boxing.
We've been robbed of not having Max Kellerman on boxing.
Yeah, I hate
for
HBO
however
forever.
long.
I hate HBO forever.
But we might have it back for a while.
If Netflix, because Netflix made money off this fight, which is the best thing that could have happened, because I think Netflix is going to be like, you know what? Maybe we can start doing this a little bit more.
Yep.
Maybe we can have a weekly boxing thing. Or maybe Netflix can become the new HBO, the new Showtime. I thought the production was great.
Great.
I thought, and I always want to talk shit about Allegiant Stadium, but I can't because I've been there, and it is
Death Star.
It's a very nice stadium. It is a very nice stadium. I thought the stadium looked great. I thought the thing with the lights, with the wrist thing, the Mexican flag when Canelo came out. I thought all of this. I thought it was high production. High production. What is Turkish? Your Excellency?
Turkey Al-Ashish. Al-Ashish.
I don't know how deep that blood money runs, but keep going.
Deep. Mike, deep. Mike, they got WrestleMania. Deep.
Because I need more of that. I need him to now get me Anthony Joshua and Jake Paul. I need it.
Jake Paul's moving his fight. They're moving it to like Atlanta.
No, Atlanta said no.
Oh, Atlanta said no. Oh, that's
good.
Don't fucking give him that. Don't let him have that fight. That's such a stupid fight.
Go fight Anthony Joshua like you were supposed to.
Yeah,
so you can
pussy.
Get knocked out. So you can get knocked out.
Stop trying to fight a dude who fights at 140 pounds.
Like, so me and Dylan can come on here for post game live and laugh and talk shit about you getting knocked out.
Mike, I've concocted the parlay. I had to add a team because I was only going to win $6.
No. You wasn't going to get me with that. So who'd you add?
No. So we have the Buffalo Bills. We have the Green Bay Packers. We have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We have the Seattle Seahawks. And we have the San Francisco 49ers. Plus 296, $20 to win 79.
I'll wait for Monday night, but I like your odds.
This one would bring our win total to like 130 something for the year.
Yeah. Hey, Anthony, at this rate, the post parlay might pay for dinner. You don't even have to.
It'll be a separate dinner. It'll be a separate dinner. I am not doing this to not have, like, if I would not have Anthony pay for my fucking meal.
Anthony, please don't finish in last place, Anthony. Please don't finish in last place. So, well, we can't, because we're going to have to take a field trip if Roz wins, because I already know Roz is going to bring us to New York. I already know that.
Nah, fuck that. Nah, he can't win.
No, we can't let him win. We have to hope. Like, he needs to get a pick wrong. Like now.
That Eagles pick. I think he might get the Eagles pick wrong.
The Eagles pick is our chance.
Unless Jalen Hurts does that thing where it's like, okay, I need to perform this week, so then he actually does. And
I mean, Sam Darnold.
This might be the AJ Brown game.
It could be. It could be.
Nah, Jalen, like Jalen Hurts has done that thing where it's like people criticize him for a couple weeks, then he's like, okay, let me show you guys that I actually do know how to like sling this rock, and then he starts going on. This might be one of those games.
We'll see. I'm not going to completely take the Eagles out. I think the Eagles can win this game. I think the Rams could win this game. I know Jared Verse hates this Eagles team with every fiber of his being.
Everything in his body.
Everything in his body, and he's going to take it very personal, and he's going to try to send somebody to Suplex City. So we will see. But that's our best chance this week.
They better. I hope they learn to stop the run.
Unless the Saints just like compete. If Sam Darnold is like really pumpkin.
No, because again, you're not giving the Seahawks enough credit. This Saints team is really bad. Like I watch both of these; they're really fucking bad. Like Spencer Rattler's god awful. Like he's legit.
They're hanging around in these games.
They're hanging around.
The Seahawks are a better team than
the Saints. If the Saints could ever get the lead, they could be trouble because they still have a good defensive line.
And again, they were at home too for both these games. I feel like they're going to go on the
let you know that they stink.
Exactly. They were at home for both of these games. Like,
but yeah, if the Saints can get the lead, you're in trouble because their defense. Dylan, would you say top 15 line? I would say just the D line. Just the D line.
Yeah.
If they make life hell for Sam Darnold, there's a chance.
They can make your life hell if they can just pin their ears back. If they can just pin their ears back, they can make it.
If you make Sam Darnold jump.
Their secondary still got awful.
Oh, it's terrible. Oh boy, is it terrible. But if you could just make Sam see Casper just once.
That's all it takes.
You could ruin him for the game. It's crazy that he's the only quarterback we can say, yo, pressure once and he's probably fucked up.
or so that when you get him off his game, he's off his game. It's over. He's not coming back. There's no rewind.
We overheated, boys. We overheated. The camera's off for the rest of the show.
But we're wrapping it up anyway. All we need from El Gato is
the camera's good for about an hour and a half. We hit 2.5 hours, 3 hours.
We're going 3. I can't believe this episode went 3. It's supposed to be an easy night.
Yeah, because we spent like half the episode talking about Eli Manning.
This is true.
Listen, you never know.
You never know how to. It was not on. It was not on my bingo card when I made this show tonight. It's not on the bingo card. El Gato, do you have any I'm him?
Of course I do. Give me the one here. Thank you. I'm him is my firstborn.
Oh.
As of 5 minutes ago. Actually, Jaden was born at like 8:30, but we'll give him the stuff right now.
Oh my God.
Jaden, my oldest, first grandson of the Barreto family, turns 11 today. And I am so proud of everything he's become. He is such a bright young man. In the time that Jaden's been in my life, and it's so rewarding to see that stuff come back. And then to teach him these valuable lessons and to know that he's taking it to heart and how he thinks. And I couldn't be prouder of him. He's such a special young kid. Great role model for his little sister who absolutely fucking adores him. They have a birthday countdown in Camila's class for Jaden's birthday because of how excited she is for her big brother's birthday. Couldn't be more proud of the young man that he is, and I'm only looking forward to how he continues to grow and put his mark on the world. So, Jaden, shout out to you. You're him. Love you. Hope you have a great birthday. We're going to have a great weekend. We're going to the Great Wolf Lodge Friday night, and we're going to be there until about Monday to enjoy it. He's got himself a nice Nintendo Switch 2 that he's going to be getting in the morning, as well as like a whole box of Dragon Ball.
You're going to get an NBA 2K?
Never. You deserve everything that's coming to you, my friend. So thank you for being you. Thank you for helping me grow. Had him when I was 12 years old. And boy, changed my life for the better, sir. Who knows where the fuck I'd be if you didn't come to my life. So I love you, brother.
Young king.
Gives
the best daps of anyone in the pod.
We teach him well. We teach him young.
Anthony.
Oh, it's kind of hard to top that.
Yeah, good fucking luck, sir. Yeah, give him that one. Top it. I dare you.
Do I have anybody?
Your head coach.
No.
Happy birthday, Joe Biden.
Yeah, that's good. All right. Let's see. He's not a young king. He's a very old king. All right. We good. I don't. Man, Mike, you go first. I have to think about this.
My I'm him is not an I'm him. It's I'm her. And my I'm her is the 2025 Rookie of the Year.
Hey.
Paige Beckers almost unanimously getting that award. Had a great rookie season. One of the best rookie seasons we've ever seen. Shout out to her. She had a great season, and the sky's the limit because let me tell you, she's very rapidly. She's probably going to be a top 15 player by the end of next year. She's gone. I would have placed her like top 30, 35-ish to start the season. She's firmly top 20 right now.
Oh, absolutely.
She's firmly top 20, and she's gonna be top 15-ish, top 10-ish by next year if she progresses. I don't know, I still think there's just a lot of talent in the W, but
if they can get her some more talent on her team, you'll see a lot of those numbers go up.
Yeah,
exactly.
What was that, Anthony?
Nothing.
Yeah, I thought so. Shout out to UConn. UConn producing I think they're the only school to produce both the NBA Rookie of the Year and WNBA Rookie of the Year in the same year.
Season. Basketball capital of the world, but they want to get rid of
Anthony said one time, Connecticut don't know nothing about no championships, forgetting that UConn is in the state.
I meant non-college.
But Little League World Series?
Well, but I don't even know how to answer that.
While talking about the Little League World Series, he goes, Connecticut don't know nothing about championships. Now he's like, well, not college. It's the Little League World Series. That's not even high school.
I don't. Does that mean like?
He's talking about rec league titles. Those are the ones that matter.
Does like Georgia not know anything about titles? Because Hawks don't win, the Falcons don't win, but Georgia football,
dogs,
Georgia football. Shout out to the dogs too, because they that was a win last Saturday.
What a game! Saved my parlay.
I saw the highlights and I was like, my goodness.
Saved my parlay because they were down like 14 like the entire game.
Yeah, saw that. So.
I was fucking pissed.
Shout out to them. These WNBA playoffs have been amazing too. I thought we were going to get a game. The first round was all best of three. I thought we were going to get every series. Golden State was 15, and then they were up by like 10 to start the fourth, and now they're down 1 with a minute 20 to go. And if you've been noticing me looking away, it's because I've just been watching the Lynx walk them down, and it's just they look like they're running out of gas. I will say I knew the color scheme and everything, but seeing like everybody in this purple that Golden State has is the ugliest purple I think I've ever seen in my life. This purple is hideous. But I want Golden State to win mainly because I need Minnesota to get like extended because the Liberty's got their doors blown off tonight. So come on, Golden State, just got to steal. But yes. Shout out to Paige. You got anything, Anthony?
Not really. Nah, I ain't got nothing this week.
That's cool. You don't have to have one every week. That's cool.
Yeah.
Shout out to Bud Crawford too. He also gets
yes. Honorary him.
Legendary performance. But that is it. We are done in this marathon episode. Make sure you check out Sunday Night Barretto after Sunday Night Football.
Barretto Boys Live.
Yes, check that out, guys.
Yes.
Okay.
No, I'm not. I will not be around. So Barretto Boys Live will be on a short hiatus.
Yeah, not this week. So we won't get our Bad Bunny song this week. But
shout out to Bad Bunny. And another honorary hymn, generating like $8 billion in revenue for the island with his residency.
Nice.
I know a lot of people that have gone to this. I knew how big he was, but like,
he's global, Mike.
Yeah, I know a lot of friends.
He's the real Mr. Worldwide.
Yeah, they have flown to Puerto Rico for this residency, and all of them that I've known have gone. It's all been the same thing. It's amazing.
Yeah, and he'll never perform here for it, so he's made that very clear.
And the links just went up 3 with 25 seconds left, so this series is probably over.
Yikes.
Yeah. So, yep, but we'll be back next week, back and better than ever. It will be my birthday episode because my birthday will be like 3 days later. So
Mike turning 40.
Your 40th is next week? That's what's up.
Not turning 40 at all.
My man hitting the big 40. Shit.
Not turning 40 at all.
Old ass nigga.
Not turning 40. So.
Gotta be careful. Guys, if we be quiet enough when Mike gets up, we can hear his bones crack.
1985.
Yeah, let's not let. Speaking of Adrian, bro. Oh my god,
that's crazy.
What a show. Let's get out of here.
Let's get out of here. We'll be back and better than ever. See you next time. From us to you, we say adieu. Good night.